Hello, everybody. Welcome. Okay, so we need to do a couple of tests as we're setting this up. And more or less, I just need to make sure that you can actually hear me. So right now, those that are probably aware already, we are streaming on YouTube. So with the chat box, if you could kindly just let me know that you can, number one, most important part is that you can actually hear me and you can actually see me. So please do let me know. Otherwise, I think I might be just speaking to myself. So please do let me know. Let me know indeed. Okay, so I can see comments are going straight away. So very exciting call today. Very exciting call today. And we'll give a couple of moments just to let anybody join that is probably just getting their coffee ready, their pen and paper, and are ready to make notes. So just give a few moments. Okay, so today is a very important special. Well, I think it's a very exciting day. And I think there's going to be a lot of great stuff we're going to be sharing with you today. So yes, everyone. You got Michael in the house, Edwin, Carl, Marcy, Glenda. Okay, Alan. There's so many people. So I do apologize if I can't say hello to every single one of you. However, right now you are joining in right now live. Okay, and we're going to be covering this specific topic: how to maximize revenue with your AI websites, but more specifically. Okay. More specifically, we are going to be looking at the use of the white label. Okay. This was one of the highest in demand training that we wanted to cover because everybody's asking, okay, I've got white label. How can I actually use it? And how can I, really monetize it? Okay. Is everybody interested about that? Okay. Was that the most cool thing everybody wanted to know? We've got so many topics. I'm going to run through all of them, but when it comes to white label and how you can actually generate revenue using the white label, how do you actually go out? We're going to cover all of that great stuff today. Okay. So now, first and foremost, let's jump straight into this. I think everybody's here now. I think we've given a couple of minutes for any latecomers to come. However, remember, you can watch this as you're watching this live, or later on, you can watch this. This will be recorded and available to every single one of you. So we're going to cover a great deal of information today, actionable content today. So I'm excited about it, and I'm pretty sure you'll be excited when you see what we've got in store. So I just hope I've got everything all prepared and all ready. And we're going to, just make sure you're strapped in for this very exciting ride today. So first of all, I think this is key. I think this is going to be a key part. What to expect, okay? So I think that's a really important point. What to expect as we're going to be jumping into this training. So straight away, I wanted to create something so at least you can see and you can visualize and know what to expect as we go throughout the next 4 weeks, okay? So week number 1, we're going to be looking at getting started with white label as we're doing right now. So you understand the white label platform and the setup and how you can actually implement this. So I'm going to break that all down. Week 2, advanced client training. So learn how to train clients and scale your services, okay? So that's going to be spectacular stuff. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to say too much, but that's what you can expect. And week 3, traffic generation and search engine optimization, especially when you're driving traffic and using SEO and different tools available to us. And then week 4, we're going to be looking at e-commerce lead pages, landing pages, whether you're doing e-commerce and even affiliate sales and things like that. So really core components that's going to bring everything together under the umbrella of ClickSitesAI. I think these are some of the core main factors that there's a huge demand, a lot of questions that everyone's been asking, but I know these are the core things that will lead you up to actually being profitable, essentially generating revenue as an individual, whether you're a contractor or creating a company from this, etc., etc. So it's going to be very exciting. So I think let's go and jump straight in. So having said that, white label training session number 1. So before I jump in, is everybody ready? Just so I know you're fully alert. If you've got a notepad up, great. Make notes as we go along. You will have access to this anyway, regardless. But at the same time, if you've got any distractions, try to at least put them on silent. I know, yes, sometimes it's very hard, but I want you to pay attention and stay focused because I want you to get the most value out of this. That's why we're here. That's the reason we want to do this session, to make sure you get the best training and value possible to make a difference for you as an individual and within your business. Okay. Basically, you want to generate revenue, right? So it makes sense. Okay. So white label training session number 1, week 1. So what is white label? That's what we're going to look at. Those, as you know, many of you right now have access to ClickSitesAI, brilliant, powerful AI platform that allows you to create dynamic, responsive, beautiful websites within minutes, right? Using the AI capability. So many of you have been doing that already phenomenally. I mean, we see this in the group. We see so much activity. There's so many people, and especially with the conversations happening and people are building out their sites, and they're shocked about the ease, okay, the usability of creating the sites. So white labeling, essentially what we've allowed or what we have given to you, our loyal customers and members, is the ability to have the app ClickSitesAI, but you now have the ability to actually sell it as your own. So essentially, it's like what we call a SaaS, a software as a service. But now you have the ability to white label or to rebrand and slap your stickers, put your logo on there, your name, and sell it as your own. Okay, that's essentially what it's going to allow you to sell this digital solution as your own brand. So, I'll go through these points and I'm going to show you when we actually jump into the interface itself. So we're going to go and we're going to look at the panel setup, and then we're going to look at how you can actually monetize it. Things like selling the website, the digital products around it, building your portfolio, showcasing the work, creating sub-users. Key aspects, another great question that always gets asked, like, what is the best pricing to actually place this as? So these are really important questions, I think, that need to be addressed. And what's the best kind of route that you need to go down opposed to somebody else? What is the best solution for you when it comes to pricing? And essentially, just remember, I need to make sure everybody really is clear about this one point. If you were to go out right now and go hire a team of developers and coders and graphic designers, copywriters, we're talking about support staff and all of that stuff that's associated with building out a software, an application, okay, as high level as ClickSitesAI, you are easily spending in excess of over $100,000. And that's no exaggeration. I mean, ClickSitesAI has actually spent way more than that. But if you were, to go out and try to set this up and for yourself, you would be spending a lot of money. Okay, so remember, everything's already included in your access and it's scalable. Now, so I just want you to understand that, hey, you've actually got a real bulletproof business in a box, essentially, okay? A turnkey business solution there that you can actually sell as your own. And that's why we're here. That's why we're on the session, to give you the best solutions and the best methodologies on how you can actually achieve that. Now, moving on. Okay, there are 3 different business models that you can actually use using ClickSitesAI. And I've tried to put these slides together the best way to represent it so you can actually visually see. Because if you're like me, sometimes, people either are more responsive to visual aid, or they might be more, responsive to listening and hearing or reading. So I think if we have a mixture of both, it will go very, very well. So 3 different business models to choose from. So those 3 models are: number 1, we have the application and the white label, so you can sell the app and actually generate revenue, right? Model number 2, you can actually sell websites to local clients or clients, etc., online, and you can use that using ClickSitesAI. Number 3, models e-commerce, whether you're selling physical products, digital products, you have the ability to do all 3 components. However, for right now, we're going to focus more on selling the app as the white label opposed to the others. The other models we are going to look at, so I want to make this clear, we are going to look at the other models briefly. However, within the next 4 weeks on those sessions, we're going to go more in depth as we're going to go in with the white label. So that's going to be a really important part that we're going to cover. Okay. So I just want to make you aware of that right now. So model number 1 is selling the app using ClickSitesAI right now to make sales. Okay. So transforming your business with white label software as a service, your path to success. It really is. I mean, I can't explain how very easy this is. I mean, when I first started online, we never had this ability of having us getting softwares and people giving you the software to rebrand it, especially with the price involved, all of that stuff. And I mean, you're probably fully aware of this yourself, to have that ability to actually get hold of a credible piece of software that, there's longevity behind it. There's that history and credibility behind the owners of the software, that you can actually get hold of it and then use it as your own. So transforming your business right now as an individual to actually launch your own software as a service business with 0 upfront cost. I mean, you've already covered the cost of ClickSitesAI and you've been awarded, a certain amount of licenses anyway. It's like, how do I actually generate and maximize a return now? How do I get every single license I have and make as much? How much revenue? How can I maximize the revenue I generate from every license that I go out and sell? So these are really important points. So monetizing, through selling websites, apps, and digital products, etc., and then scaling that business. So when you have revenue coming, how can you now take that revenue and actually build upon it? Especially when you're having clients, do you have to get a team involved? How do you scale it? All of that great stuff. So what I expect for you to gain by the end of this session, I think that's one of the key things. So I want to kind of outline the outcome of this session, and hopefully you can visualize that yourself. So I'm going to show you the customizable tools, everything involved with the white label today. And many of you will actually have your jaw dropped. Many of you will have, your jaw will be dropping essentially. Okay, number one. And I'm going to show you what you're going to get. Also, the resources. We have actually put together even more resources. We're literally giving stuff away for free. Okay. And you're going to get step-by-step guidance on that. And there's obviously ongoing support. And I don't want to say too much just yet, but there is going to be bonuses. And I mean, look, one thing I want to make clear, and you probably know this already by your existing customers, you brought many products from Paul and said that loyalty goes a long way. And one thing that is important to any company, especially with Paul and Sid, is that we want to make sure that we look after every single one of you. Whether that's by making sure we have amazing support staff, a beautiful experience, an amazing second to none experience, and even by making sure the application's always updated, maintained, and we just literally give away as much content, training, and free upgrades and bonuses as much as possible, just to say a thank you to you. So we appreciate every single one of you. That's the reason we're doing these free training sessions. We don't have to, but we choose to, because we understand that there's a great relationship between you and I, and we know we can grow as a business by working with you to get you more results, and vice versa. We can actually get better as a business or a company or a team, etc., by doing things like we're doing right now. So hopefully you appreciate, everything involved. So now, what we're going to do, let's start off with looking at the white label aspect, okay, before we start looking at the other components, because next we will be looking at the done for you resources, we're looking at some design tools, and we're looking at some outreach strategies, okay. But before we get that, let's jump straight into ClickSitesAI. Okay, this is where essentially the magic happens for every single one of you. You should have access to this, and I want to kind of make this clear and point out a few things. So a bit of housekeeping essentially, if no one is aware already. So first of all, once you have access to the white label, that will be current in your dashboard, white label, and you'll also see this under my purchases. Okay, so you obviously have access to that. You'll see that with white label accounts. Okay, now once you have that, once you have this, okay, I'm not going to go into that just yet. I am going to come back to that and give you a breakdown, but first, I want to go through everything piece by piece so you can actually follow along with me, because this is obviously going to be very important, and you can always watch this video back. However, we've got my purchases. That is the 50 white label accounts. Secondly, before we jump straight into white labels, I want to show you one critical thing, something called announcements, if you're not aware of it. So announcements are really important updates that we give to you. Anything regarding the platform, giving away bonuses, this is where you would access them, okay, via this tab. Very important. And just to show you also, just to show you the updates that we're doing for every single one of you, especially there's so many people are asking, can you do this? Can you put these those updates? We are showing you live as those updates are happening, the updates that have been occurring since the moment you became a member of ClickSitesAI. So here you can see bonuses. That's where you access the bonuses. You'll see updates in regards to the new language we've added and key features. Now, I want to stress some very important point now. We're actually working on really critical updates, like brand new features that are in beta testing. Some of you may have access to that right now, and some of you may not. However, by the end of this call, I want to make sure that everybody that stays until the very end pays attention and takes a level of action. I'm going to give you some instructions at the end that I want to actually make that available, these brand new updates, okay? It's in beta testing right now, but we want to make sure that we can actually give access to to those special features. I can't give away too much right now. So I want to make sure that I can give access to every single one of you those brand new features that we've been working in the lab. So you can actually go ahead and start testing those out. And that will be for those that stay till the very end and follow, even if you're obviously watching later, but those that stay in the very end, it'll make sense. So that's a kind of a surprise towards the end, I would imagine. So as I scroll down, you can see new features, some of the amazing stuff. I mean, obviously, I don't want to go through that right now, but we've got so much brand new stuff, okay? And customer training that we've done already. We've got some like hours worth of content there, brand new feature, GDPR, certain, and we will keep adding to this. So if you ever want to see announcements about the things, maybe the things that you've asked, you can always come back to the announcement tabs and you can see what updates are going on. You can see how much we're actually putting into the platform already from the get-go, and it's non-stop. There's so much more to come. So now, this is where things get really, really juicy, okay? So once we go to white label, now with the white label section, this is especially your business, this is your hub. This is your back office. That's the best way to explain it. This is your back office to your own software suite. ClickSites, okay? ClickSitesAI, yeah, you can come and you can build out your own pages, client pages, which we will cover. Don't worry about that. However, if you are now in a position that you're thinking, you know what? I actually have access to this powerful platform. I know exactly what this does. I know I can get this in the hands of other people. So imagine instead of us selling it directly to the end user, you now have the opportunity to also sell this to the end user. However, the caveat is that you can essentially brand it as your own. This is your software. You have the white label rights to actually sell this as your very own. Now, right now, as I'm on this dashboard right now, as you can see, as part of the white label, once I select the tab, you'll see 4 separate tabs, okay? First, we have users. Second, we have branding. Third, we have SMTP settings. And then we've got white label tutorial, okay? Now, first, where it says your white label URL, I've actually set this up using a demo account, okay? Demo URL. Now, once you go to the white label tutorial, that's the best place to first start to connecting your domain name, okay? That's the best place to start to connect your domain name, and it will walk you through the process how you can have something similar like this. And it'll also explain the reasoning why it has like app, okay, .salesletterpro.com as an example. There's a reason why. Now you can actually have it just clean as salesletterpro.com as the example, yourdomain.com, or for those that might have an additional website already, you've got additional website already, homepage, blog, etc. This is just essentially an extension or a subdomain on your domain that you've already got set up. So you can still use your existing website essentially, but this is just hidden under that domain name of yours. So it's all covered in the tutorial that will help you walk you through. Now, the moment I've set that up, okay, I've gone on and I've done that, watch the training. Yes, I can now. The next step is I would go to add users. Once I go to add users, it's a very, very simple process. Name, email, and password, and that's it. It doesn't get easier than that. And you're good to go. Okay, next you can see, once I have the URL and I open this URL, it is now opening on a new window. Okay, and you can see this is where your logo would be placed. And the fields will be email and password. The login screen's already done. Everything's set up. Even the domain name at the top, you can see it's my own custom demo domain name is up there. Okay, it's already set up. That's exactly what your end users will see. No branding whatsoever with ClickSitesAI. Does that make sense, everyone? Next, if I go to branding, you can see now, once you've gone through the white label tutorial, it will give you all the information how to set this up. Okay, you can simply drag and drop or upload your logo directly, like I've done now as an example, or you can remove it. And a favicon as well. Okay, so at the top you get the little icon there. You can update that to make sure it matches your brand and your image essentially. And then you can see the brand name. You'll put the name there, the domain, your support URL. Okay, so that once you got domain service provider generally or typically, it's very easy. You can contact. Here's a really important point I would stress, because this is one thing I learned, and if I can impart this information to you, I think it'll go a very long way. Whenever I was using my domain name registrar, whether you're Namecheap, GoDaddy, etc., do not be afraid to contact them via the live help desk for any issues. And 9 times out of 10, they've done a lot of the work for me, like, domain setup, with the hosting integration and propagation and all that stuff. Like, how do I do this? How do I do that? They will direct you in the best place. If not, some of them actually just take over and they'll do it for you. However, don't be afraid to actually reaching out to your, any support desk and actually asking for guidance and help. Now, tutorial URL. That's currently blank. That's where you would put, say, for example, if you uploaded a video and you put it on YouTube, for an example, or you built a page within ClickSitesAI, branded as your own, you could actually then embed that on a separate page. You would come put that URL there, and then you've got a demo video also. So if you put it on YouTube, you could actually then put that URL in there. Now, things like the tutorial video, many of you will ask, like, I don't have a video. I just don't have a video. Where would I start to record? Now, that's a great question. Okay, that's a really important question that many of you are going to say, like, what do I do with a tutorial? And if you're thinking that right now, like me recording a tutorial, where would I start, etc., etc. What if I told you it's already been done for you? Would that be okay? That's the question. So yes, the answer is, guess what? Today I'm going to cover resources that we've actually put together for you to cover important aspects like this, so you're already ready out the gate. Yeah, because I understand how frustrating it can be to put a sales page together, right? Recording a tutorial video, doing voiceovers, for it, even doing pre-production, post-production. It's a nightmare. However, many of you might have other applications like Video Express, so on and so forth. But if you're using things like Camtasia, trying to record, do screen records and editing, do I do this? Do I do that? Hey, it's fine. We've done it for you, okay? So, and I will cover that. Don't worry, we're going to come back to that in just a moment. Now, SMTP, if you've got your own personal autoresponder, as one of the bonuses, if you go to the announcements, one of them is an autoresponder. However, if you have your own, that's completely fine. That's something you can set up, or you can, do that yourself there by going to that. Now, if I go back to announcements, not announcements, let's go back to my purchases, because this is the important part. Okay, so can you see where it says 50 white label accounts? If I select access, you're going to see you've got a special page set up for you, only accessible to you with this upgrade. Okay, no one else has this, only you. So very special. Okay, so white label access page. Now, on this page, you're going to get very special resources. Number one, obviously, how to customize your white label account. Number two, guess what we've gone and done for you? We've actually created a reseller website for you, and I'm going to show you that in just a moment. So don't panic about, hey, I need to create a website for this. We've already done that for you, okay? And what's the crazy part of it is that you can go, which I'm going to walk you through, go in there and make simple few little edits, and you are ready to go. Now tell me, doesn't that sound amazing? A fully unbranded website already designed for you to personalize with your own logo, your content, your colors, etc., etc. And I'm going to walk you through that entire process in just a moment. Okay, so didn't I say strap in? Okay, next, check this out: a reseller sales video. So those that thought, what, how do I make a sales video? Yeah, I got the page. Great, you've done the page. What about a sales video? Guess what? We've got one for you. Okay. Furthermore, if you see this video here, okay, it's already done for you. So don't think, we haven't, there's no cost cutting here. We've actually put together some amazing stuff for you. So the resources are already done for you. So everything's already set up. So you would download the video. You can go place it on any third party website, a video provider like YouTube or Vimeo, whatever it may be, or you have your own private one. Simply take that video and then you are in control of your own content. Okay, this is the key thing I want every single one of you to understand. We are giving you that level of control. We want you to have control of your own assets, because essentially that's what you are. You are a business owner, and always understand that. But you have us here to give you that support to say, hey, look, we want you to have these assets. We want you to be in control, so you can host your own videos, and you can actually, you have that level of control, because nobody wants, inconsistency or that worry, if we host the video, what happens if it goes down? No, you're in control of every aspect. Now, one thing I do want to mention, when it comes to the sales video, hey, You've got no there's once you have this video, hey, slap your logo on there. Once you download it, put your logo on there. You can do whatever at the end. If you want to edit the video and add, call to action at the end, please do. If you want to put an intro to it, please do. If you got a logo intro, whatever it may be, the video is there for you to customize as ever you want. You do what you have to do with the video to make it more personalized for you, or use as is. Or if you want to create your own video, hey, guess what? You can do that as well. But this is a great way. We just want to make sure you have everything turnkey style, everything's ready, set to go, and you already have a professional business ready to go. Okay. Now, guess what? We've got ready to use client contracts, outreach, emails, and more. How does that sound? So imagine this. What if you did get a client, right? This also does work. These contracts will work for local clients as well if you're selling your own websites. Okay, because obviously you can use this as your own. So one of the difficulties is that we see is that, hey, when I get all the information and I do reach out to a prospect or a client, what emails do I send? So guess what? We've made this as easy as possible. We've actually given you, outreach templates that you can use. You can go and customize, and I'm gonna show you all of this stuff. So why don't we do this? Let's do this then, okay? Just to make this a little bit more interesting, I think this would make perfect sense. First of all, I showed you, okay, how would you customize and set up your domain name? Yes, go watch the video, which many of you will. Or alternatively, you have the video here and you can go cover that. Now, ClickSites reseller website. Guess what? Let's go and look specifically of where you would get this website. Sound good? Let me know in the chat box. Is everyone excited? Because this is a huge thing. So I don't know. Maybe we should have a drum roll. So let me know. Should there be a drum roll? Who's excited? Because if you're not excited, maybe, I should, I don't know, put my feet up, go get a coffee and relax. So let me know in the chat box if you're excited, and we'll carry on. Okay? Okay, fantastic. This is huge. Excited. Fantastic. Okay. So, okay, what you need to do, if we come to pages, okay, so imagine you've gone through the steps, you've got your workspace. Guess what? Some of you may not have seen this, but you will have a brand new tab. If you haven't already, you should have. Create white label sales page. Now, once I select that, it's going to ask me a number of different prompts. Okay, what's the name of it? What do I want it to be? Okay, so let's just put homepage for the time being. Okay, homepage. Okay, 2024. And remember, these things we can always change later on. Let's say live offer. Okay, and then I put it in a particular workspace. You can actually go create a brand new workspace that's just labeled as a white label access. Okay, it is up to you. I'm just going to put it in. Let's just put it in Project X. Okay, let's just do anything. Okay, I select create. Oh, that's fine. Maybe it was the wrong workspace. Okay, so yeah, okay, so it's there now, right? And what it is, because I know I've put that page in there before, but that's fine. Okay, let's have a look, because there's so many things that are happening behind the scenes as well. So you can see I've already done one. That's fine, but you understand the steps. Okay, so we're gonna go create that. Okay, I think I'm logged in about 100 different places. Let's close that. Okay, so let's make sure we refresh. Oops, where's it gone? Okay, yeah, so basically I think yes, okay, that's fine. So sometimes what it is, it might be more than one person logged in, but that's not a problem. I'm going to go through the steps. Okay, so let's just do this very quickly, okay? So do bear with me, because sometimes when you're doing a live session and you've got so many different windows and things happen, let's just keep this as normal. Homepage 1. Oh, workspace. Yes, that's fine. Let's just put that in ABC. Create. Okay, perfect. Okay, so just ignore that technical stuff. But yes, anyway, straight away, can you see this, everybody? This website is already done. So I'm going to give you a few moments just to absorb all of this amazing website that's already done. and you can see all of the graphics are done, the text. Obviously, you got videos, animated videos, etc., etc. Okay. Now, you know what the best part about this is? Because even I was dumbfounded by it. Okay. Okay. So what it is, when you come to this and you can see, you know, with this tool, don't forget you can actually go through it, you can change it, right? Now, what I loved about this is when you actually go through and let's scroll down, you can see how clean this is. It's a really clean website. And yeah, when you're looking at it from the other preview, sometimes it might not as be as sharp because it's just a preview mode. But when you actually look at it, I mean, we've actually, you'll probably agree that this page has been done very, very nicely, okay? So we want to make sure you have the best tools in hand. Can you just see that? So I thought, let me just show you as it's scrolling down how it actually looks on a live preview. Okay. So yeah, we've got so many amazing comments. Love it, love it, love it. Excited, excited, excited. Okay. So having said that now, the next part many of you will say, okay, but can I edit it? And the clear answer is yes. This page is there for you. You can create as many of these pages essentially, right? And make as many edits, whatever you desire. However, if I was going in there using this page, hey, look, use your creativity. You can go in, go to module settings, come here, look where it says logo, clear it, add your own circle, your own logo. If I come to the top bar, I change this around, change the color around. Let's have a look. Put this like so, press OK. Check this out. Now I've completely changed it around. So you can actually edit and make these adjustments. It's completely up to you. You know, if you come to the container, you can see it's already got 980 in there. If I go 1500, let's see, I can move it a bit more to the side. Or if I want, yeah, if I put it at 350 or thereabout, you can test it. You can bring it closer. It's completely up to you. Maybe you just don't want the buy button there. You go to the menu builder. You can see buy now. Okay. And then highlighters on. If I come back to settings, let's just keep it as a nice 1000. Round it off. And there you go. Really subtle differences go a long way. Now, next, let's have a look. You got the headline. The headline's already done for you. Hey, look, there's nothing stopping you. If you want to go ahead and go to the little toggle here, simply select. This is another easy way of using ClickSitesAI. The more you use it, the more you try to find easier ways how to use it so you become more efficient and fast. If you go to the little toggle, just leave it open. Anything you're clicking, it will then direct it in terms of what it will allow you to edit, in a sense, right? Straight away, I got this text here. You can see now it's giving me all the ability of changing the color, the gradient, or I can highlight it, I can change the font setting, etc., etc. So straight away, if I want, just imagine if I got, if I got this section here and I go to highlight, right? Can you see this? I can specifically just highlight a keyword in part of the design for me if I want. If I want to highlight a particular word, right? You don't have to. So say for this example, right now, let me undo that. If I go back to the toggle, let's just say in minutes, right? Because it's any topic in minutes is one of the key parts. I go to highlight. Let's do a nice yellow. Oh, you could do green. But if I go to a yellow, check this out. See how that will draw in the eye. So I'm not saying you do exactly what I'm doing, but I'm just giving you the idea. If you ever wanted to make these minor little tweaks, right, you can. Now, if I go back to this box, you can see now I'm on the box. If I want to go and change the font, you can come and you can obviously find a nice font that might. Remember, it's your personality. There's nothing stopping you from coming and putting your own touch on it, your own personality. That's completely up to you. Here you can see, because I've come here directly, right? I can come here and let's put this back as, was it Oswald, wasn't it? That's Oswald seems to always be a very nice font for some reason. So, I don't know why I was going up. So come down, Oswald. There you go. Okay, it's done all the text. Now, where the yellow section is, let me get rid of the highlight. Let's clear it, and it's gone. It's gone like that. Okay, but you can see I've kept this as black. I can, if I want, I can come. Let's go here and let's put a gradient on there. We can do the gradient. That's not a problem. So we can actually make this a bit more dramatic. Now, the other great thing about what you'll see with this is, can you see in the background? So the background doesn't actually have an image. Okay, but one thing that we've done for you that you can come and you can actually model something similar. You can add your own background image. If you want, you can add something from the AI image generator. That's not a problem. And you can see the gradient. there is a gradient that's added, and there's nothing stopping you from, you can actually come to this, you can change the color of the gradient. And if I go here now, if you see where it has the strong blue line, if you move it, you can actually move the sharpness of the gradient a little bit more. Now check this out. Can you see how nice that is? These small little touches, it's just about, going in there, make these small little tweaks. Now, if I don't like this color, let's go for positive green color, right? Can you see the difference that makes? And if I want, I come here, because obviously it's a highlighted section, right? So I can come here and let's go for a highlight. Yeah, you can highlight it. Okay. But what if you could go a little bit one step further? So what do I mean by that? So if I go here now, oh, where's he gone? Come back. I pressed the wrong button. If I come here now, can you see where it says more? Select more, go to settings. And now guess what? You can actually add a gradient to the background of it. Right? Is everyone with me now? Yeah. So imagine this. Now you can actually also make other tweaks even to text and creating those blocks behind and really pushing that text forward. And it doesn't stop there. Now for this one, let's just keep it as, I guess, let's just get rid of this. Let's keep it as black. Okay. I want it a bit more sharper. So I make this black. Okay. And then you're thinking, oh, but the text now, yeah, you're right. So what I do, let's go to the text. Let's come out of this. Let's go to the color here. And I can, put a gradient on the text, right? So there's the text, the gradient, or maybe I want to, okay. So go to more, go back to settings. You can see now, yes, I did put a gradient in the back, but it will conflict because I've obviously done this text. So anyway, now, if I go here, let's go background color, okay? Yeah, background color, text, okay, text color. You can now obviously add borders around anything that you want when it comes to this section, okay? So say, for example, look at this. This was a key thing that I saw. I thought this would be brilliant. Now, if I come now, let's go scrolling down. Now, in terms of these three boxes, sometimes you kind of want to separate things, don't you? So if I come here, I go to more. Let's do select. We'll go to a background color. Let's add a black, okay? Let's now go to the text color. Let's make sure it's the correct color there. Okay, can you see now it's gone white and we've got the background covered. Okay, we've got the background color there. Now the issue I have is I need to align it, so I center it. Now I go back here, so I make sure I go to the correct settings for that. And now this is the important part. I think this is a really good part that you can do just to customize your own sections. See where it says border. Let's just put a value of 3. Now I've put a border around that text, okay, and it'll apply it to all the edges, okay, all the sides. Now in terms of the border, guess what? I can add a color to the border. Now in terms of the color, what do I want? That's going to be a bit pronounced. Let's just do this as, for demo purposes. Let's do a purple because it matches the theme, doesn't it? Let's do a bright purple. Can everyone see how easy that was? Right, the border is there now. If I want, I can put it as level 5, so it's a bit more prominent, so it becomes a bit thicker. Straight away now, can you see there's a nice, beautiful border around that? But then, the more you actually start testing this out, things get even more interesting. And why do I say that? Because it's individual sides. There's nothing stopping you, okay, from actually changing the border, removing the border by simply removing the values. Now, I'm not going to do that right now, okay? But what I'm going to do is go to corners, and it says border radius. So let's just put a value of 5 in. The moment I put 5, can you see now the sharpness of the border has now disappeared? So I want a bit more stronger, so I put in 10. Now, guess what? Can you see the roundness of the border? Can everyone follow? Are you seeing this, right? Let me put it here so you can actually see, right? So I hope you can see that. Now, this is where things get a little bit more interesting. So if I put it as 15, now, look, this is me being OCD when it comes to customization. I just have this habit. But I want to show you the amount of design ability you have when you come to coding your own page. I mean, the functionality, the customization ability is limitless. What? So if I come back now, check this. See where I put border radius 15, right? It's applied it to all the corners of it. Now, For the bottom, maybe I don't want to add a border or sorry, the corners to it. I put it back to 0. Put this back to 0. Can you see that now? Look at the difference now. Can you see how the bottom is straight edged? How I've applied that? And now if I come back to the text, the font size, let's go for a 20. I think that might be a bit too big. But if I want, I can just simply come back to this one here. And this is the correct setting here. Oh, that's why, because I'm on the wrong one. Yeah, that's fine. I can make it a little bit bigger and make it more prominent. I come back to more. Always make sure you go to that settings there. If I come back more, if you remember the round edges were 15. If I put them back to 0, let's put them back to 0 and let's put them inverted, 15 and 15. Can you see the difference now, right? And there's nothing stopping me from putting, a bigger value on how big I want the border. But I'm just showing you how now I can apply it to each and every single one of them to make it more prominent and pop out for each component as it's set up. So you're basically, essentially, you're showing the possibilities and the features and the benefits of them buying from, the platform. So you can actually differentiate all of the section and make them really stand out. So if I come back to this tab, yes, you could do the borders. It never ends. If I go back, you can see I can add a shadow to it. I can put a shadow color. And obviously, if you want some things to be seen on some devices than others, you have that ability to do so. So imagine now, if I went to each and every single one of these aspects, I can customize it. Oh, here's another good thing. If I want, when I come to the border, I completely forgot. If I come back to this border now, right? Check this out. You can actually have it a solid dashed or dotted. So imagine making checkout sections. So, typically from marketing, they say there's an increase in conversions of when it comes to the checkout section. When you see the payment button, it's like a coupon code, right? You can apply that to your own sections now when it comes to payment pages or, hey, where you want to put critical information. Just simply come to dashed and check this out. You can add those elements into the design. Or if I want it to be dotted, I can do that. Obviously, it looks a bit too thick, because the border is thick. I put it back down to 5, and there you go. It looks much better. And typically, when it comes to coupons and things like that, you'll put it as yellow. So I don't want to get too fixated, but I just want to show you, hey, look, you can really customize your site as much as you want. I mean, I don't want to get fixated on it too much, but it never ends. You can do as much as you wanted. And when it comes to this section, if I want, let's say this background, I come to the toggle. Yes, the background color. Maybe I want it in black. Yeah, it pops out more, doesn't it? And I press the light. Check this out. Now it looks like a really, a great thing to do is, I would say, look, use this as is. You're ready to go. This page, you just need to go and make a few edits. Or, hey, maybe you've come across different sales pages before, maybe checkout pages, etc., etc. There's nothing stopping you from modeling anything that you may like, right? And here you can see this one is obviously in different color. Yes, we can come here. We can go to more settings, or we can press a toggle, right? And we can actually put a gradient in there to make it even more dramatic. Look at that. Look at the difference we can make just like that. And look, the image you have here, there's nothing stopping you from coming here, okay, select, and we use the AI image generator, okay? And we say, look, make a 30-day money back guarantee. Okay, let's go and create. Or you could, you can actually, the better input you put into the generate, the better it will give you. Create a refund seal, for example. Okay, I just want to make something really, really quick just to kind of sit. So yeah, you have to be a bit more specific because it's a bit of a long keyword I'm going to put in there. But just say, there you go. 30-day. Remember, sometimes with the AI, sometimes it may not be accurate, so you got to keep doing it, okay? And you got to test it. Especially if I'm putting a prompt there and it's not specific, it's just going to come up with something, okay? So what I could say, money back guarantee seal. And the moment, but you get the gist of it. Once you're done, you can come in, you can have your own little seal in there, and you're good to go. So let's just put this as an example, and you can see you got one in there. I'm going to revert back one because this one is, where's it gone? There you go. It's nice and clear, and you are good to go. Now, even this, can you see there's a space there? I can remove the space. I can come back to this text. I know it's already there. Yes, I've got no issues coming to this text if I want. What could I do with it? I can change the font size and the weight of it to make it a little bit more thicker, or maybe where it says unbeatable one time. Pricing deal is expiring, I can go ahead and make sure I underline it, or I make it bold as well, just to make sure I put emphasis on this key point so people know. that it's coming to an end. Okay. Let's go for black. There you go. Just so it just pops out a little bit more. Yes, color. Okay. So next, can you see this now? There's a container here. You can see there's a nice breakdown. So ideally, you can come and put your own information in there. Some of the key things that you're going to need, especially when you come to building out your own page, not building out your page, it's already done, is your own logo. Place your own logo here. Once you come here, you would simply come to the editor. You can actually upload your own video. You can see source, or if you have your own video as an alternative, if you simply go to content blocks, there will be nothing stopping you from coming to this video here, and you can upload a video. So see this video here, this section where you can actually embed your own HTML video, not HTML, but your own upload video here as the source. It's the same concept here where you can see these little animations are in there as well. So there's little GIFs, essentially MP4 files. Okay, so that's how ideally they would look. They will come in the dimensions you put in there, and you are good to go. So you got the options there of how you want to do it. And even when it comes to this video, if you come here to settings, you'll see we can actually, move things around, maybe put a color around the edging of it, so it pops out a little bit more. See, these little subtle things, they go a long way, and you probably weren't even aware of them. So you can really edit and make your page pop out. You can see now we've got a green theme here. We've got green in the back. So we ideally kind of want to maybe work towards a variation of the green, so it has that same theme throughout. Okay, so black would work fine as well, and that's not an issue. So top bar, yes, you're probably already aware that there is a top bar essentially module already added. In order to do that, just simply go, it's already added for you. So if you do want to add or you want to remove elements, you'd simply come to the module settings and you can add to the builder and remove. Remember, there's a tutorial on this already. Okay. So remember, this is the key thing now for every single one of you. You're probably thinking, it says $49 single payment. Now look, one of the critical things I must tell you when it comes to selling the app, what pricing, okay, I guess this is a good part to explain pricing. When it comes to the pricing, it must be at least a minimum of $39. The reason why, because that removes anyone abusing the pricing and underselling and just selling it for $5. It makes no sense. So $39, we understand this by data and analyzing and understanding, when it comes to the pricing. This is a good, solid minimum price that you should at least put this towards. Now, many of you may be thinking, maybe you want to put this more, $100, $200, $300. You are more than free to put any price above $39, okay? There's no issues whatsoever. However, one thing I would say, try to incorporate a price, even if it's like, I don't know, $47 or let's say $67, $97, and think about, what about if I start charging monthly for the access? If I'm selling access, right, to an end user, why wouldn't you charge them a monthly fee? That way, if you had it at the lowest price possible, it's $39. As an example, you don't need to stick with it. You would be making that every single month. So at the end of the year, you would make in excess of over $400 yearly from that one sub user of yours through the white license. Does that make sense? So don't think of it like as a one-off. You should be thinking, how do I keep a stream of revenue coming into my pocket, right, into my business? And the way you would do that, you could do that as a recurring component or a recurring price that you integrate into this. Okay. And it makes more sense. It just makes more sense because you're still going to do the same level of work, whether you charge as a one-off cost or a recurring amount. Right now. So imagine now you've got 10 people collectively paying you let's just say $97, right? 10 people paying you $97 a month. And you're probably thinking, are people going to pay? Yes. We've shown you before, even on the sessions, right? There are companies out there that will give you access to one website, right? One website where they're charging in excess of $97 a month. Because the moment somebody's built a website, they're not really going to remove it. They need to keep paying in order for them to retain the website and for it to be active and live. Because anytime they no longer pay, then you can restrict and make that site inaccessible and deny access for it to be live and unpublish it from the internet. So it's it is unfortunately, they're kind of, handcuffed in a sense, right? Okay. So you can set your own price as the reseller. Very, very important part. And I would urge you, just think about setting an element, even if it's a one-off, make it something that's like 297 above. Make it something that's worthwhile. So even if it was, you're gonna sell it as $47 a month, right? Instead of it being like 400 or $500 a year, so you know what? For the first year, I'm going to do it as 50% off. 297 discount. So if you've got your third-party game, wherever your payment processor is, in the tutorials on the resource section, you'll see we actually have a list of some of the ones that we have. But use the one that's depending on your country with the terms and conditions. You can actually then set that up, and maybe you got a coupon code or set something up where you have that URL, and then you can actually create them an account. Okay. So they make the payment to you, and then once they make the payment, either you will obviously be notified, and then you reach out to them, and you can send them the user keys and credentials, right? So once you come to the payment button, remember with the payment button, simply go to edit. Hey, change anything that you want. So this one's a purpley color. Let's make this a little bit more black. So if I close that, you can see that's how it looks now. Yeah, it's nice, but it's still a bit boring. I want to go ahead and I want to edit that button. I can change, and I can put there's a border already. I can make it full length, make it a bit bigger. The text colors there. If I do use yellow, it'll 100% it'll pop out more, because yellow and black just seem always to go amazingly well together. You got a radius. I can change the radius around. Can you see that how it's changing now? The radius of the button, and you can see it's more rounded, and you can see you can actually change it even more depending on how you want it. Okay, so look, if I do a full radius, and let's go. Check this out. Look how that button looks like now. Okay, if I go back into the settings of the button, I can go to the hover, how I want it to appear. So I can, let's say, background color. Let's just go yellow, just to test it and see how it looks. Close it. Can you see that now? Check that out. All right. It looks like a real active button, which it is. So that's going to have somebody more inclined to press, buy now, to get them to do an action. So you can invert the colors, you can customize it, and test different concepts. It's completely up to you. And obviously you got the font, you can do the letter spacing. I always like spacing letters. I don't know why, just sometimes it just looks much better, much more cleaner. One thing I would change here, you can see right now, I don't know, something needs underlining. I don't know why, but I feel like something needs underlining. So again, remember, it's just about you spending the time and customize it on how you like. So you can see now, look at that. And there's nothing stopping me from, if I come to the button now, I come here and I select an image. Right, if you want, sometimes people got payment processor buttons, and we take Amex, or we take PayPal, or wherever your payment process is, you can. If you got if you want to offer a refund period, that's something you can come and you can add your text as well in there. That's something completely up to you. But straight away, right now, you can see now we've got this beautiful section here. If I want, I can come here now. Let's go to the editor. Let's put a background color just on this section alone. So I go to settings, background color. Let's go for a green. Do we want to go for a green? Because we all got a green. Yeah, I think either green or a black. Let's stick with that. And you got the gradient, haven't you? No, we don't want the gradient. We come to the background color. I think, yeah, either something that matches. Let's go back. Let's go to the text now. Because the text, now we're not feeling the text, are we? I'm pretty sure many of you be, nah, I think a nice white probably will pop a little bit more. Okay. Any topic in minutes. So I could just come here and I put an underline on that just to put the emphasis on there. Okay. Let's make sure, yeah, put that as white. And if I want, maybe I put a little bit of a yellow highlight. So I know, look, many of you do love to know, like, what is the process of doing this? I know sometimes it can be a bit long, tedious, and boring, especially when you're watching. But this is, this is what you would have to do essentially. Okay, it's a process, and I guess once you've done it, it's not that difficult. Okay, so can you see that now? And if I want, yeah, maybe I don't like it's a little bit too big. Just make this a little bit smaller so it fits. Okay, in minutes, and there we go. I can do that for all sections. Remember, there's nothing stopping you. Also, if you want to, now you can see there's a container. Oh, here's a brilliant part. Okay. Remember, questions, I will answer them towards the end as we're going through, because I don't want to delay on getting this the meat of the training out. But check this out. Many of you may be thinking, look, when I'm scrolling down the sections, it looks nice and neat. I agree with you. It does. It looks beautifully put together. But imagine this. Maybe I want to do something a little bit different. I want to flip them around. Can I do that? So let's have a look. Can we actually do that? We'll come to more. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's go to the sections and let's go to settings. And what we want to do, I think this is cool. So number one, we can actually make these sections a little bit bigger or smaller, depending. Can you see that, everyone? So we can change them around or make them a bit wider. And then if I come here to more, can you see where the text is, everyone? I want everyone to pay attention, because this is like pulling a rabbit out of a hat. Right? It is like a rabbit pulling a hat. If I go to this section here, can you see? Actually, let me actually revert this and make this a bit more in order. Can you see this now? Can you see how the text is all the way down the section? It looks nice. 100% I agree with you. It does look nice. But you know what, I want something a little bit different. I come to this text here. I come to the 3 tabs where it says more. And check this out. Move right. Just like that. Guess what? I've now changed the layout. Okay. And if I want, there's nothing stopping me from moving this a little bit closer. Okay. And we can do that the same with the other side. We can bring that text a little bit closer, so it's a bit hugging a little bit more. And if I want, I can just close the container just a little bit more, just to match the one on top. Can everyone see how easy that was for me to do? I mean, this stuff, it's so simple little functions, but makes your life so much easier. Look, and I do it again. Okay, and it's the same process. Yes, I just bring this text a little bit closer. And I make sure I highlight the text container, and then I slightly just pull this a bit together, and I can do that again with the other one. So a small little bit of effort you have to do. Well, I say small, it's not that much, but you get the gist of it. Okay, I come here and I just adjust this. We bring this a little bit closer until we're happy, and then we got the image there. Oh, no, we want you to come back. There we go. Okay. Not too overlapping. Just come here. And just like that. Can everyone see that now? Can you see the change? Now, dynamically, imagine the users coming down. Your site is going to look different from everybody else, first and foremost. But now you have a different section. And look how it is. The user now has to read this one. And they're like, wow, they're paying attention. There's pattern interrupt. We're trying to incorporate different elements of pattern interrupt. And guess what? There's nothing stopping you from coming to this section here. Okay. Go to settings, section settings. And if we want, with a particular section, let's say background color, hey, we can change all of it. We can make it light. So now guess what? We've got breaks in it. We've got beautiful different colored breaks within the sections. Okay. And you can see, yeah, there's gradients. We can do gradients. We can do different colors like so. Let's stick with black, that theme. And just like that, look here. Yes, I come back to the color. Let's put this as white. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, you could put different colors, purple or bright colors. That's not a problem. I'll just do that for demonstration purposes. Check this out. Right? This one I could do the same. And now check this out. Look at the nice breaks in it. Okay? And I could repeat this process. I'm not saying you have to, but I just want to show you that, use your creativity. Do not be afraid to use your creativity. You can see how easy it is to do. The page essentially is already done for you. So all you really need to do is come in and make any, tailor make any custom designs or whatever it is, right? When it comes to the text and things like that. So come in here. Let's move it a bit across. And there we go. Oh, come back. There we go. No, there we go. Right? Is everyone with me? And we could do that throughout. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I just want to kind of show you how it would, you can make these subtle edits and these changes. Now with this button, I come back to the button. The key thing, you think, how do I get paid? You would go to the link button, and depending on what you've got in terms of your payment processor, if you're in third party, some of them will give a payment link. You can get this from PayPal or Stripe or whatever, whichever service provider is available to you in your country, depending on terms and conditions. Alternatively, if you don't want to have a button, that's fine. Simply come to either the plus, or I would say go to content blocks. It's completely up to you. You can see you can actually add a HTML code directly into your site. And if you go to the block code, go to the settings, and guess what? You can actually have your HTML code. You might have an embed button for your checkout. You can actually paste that directly into your site, and you are good to go. Okay, and then you can get rid of the button. So you understand what I mean, right? So everything can be really tweaked and changed depending on whatever your needs are. Again, even with this one, if I want, I can put a nice background color in there. If I maybe more specifically with the video, you can see you've got different elements of control. Scrolling down all these components, we saw how we could do that. Now, those that might, because I know there's some good questions, and there's many things that I do want to answer, but I don't want to get stuck on those. However, let's just say you've got a product like Human Pal. How would you add that into it? Depending on, I think in order to add Human Pal, once you have your HTML code, simply come to your HTML tab here, and you'll scroll to the header, isn't it? Come to the header, and you'll just simply paste it, isn't it, into the header code. Maybe you've got pixel code, tracking code, third-party embed code, scheduling tool, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. That's exactly how you would actually put it in there. So so remember this, just any section you're in, where it has the text, can you see where it says more? Select more, and then you can see you can actually move left, right, or even down or up. But I obviously don't want to go down, I want to go across because it's correlating to the content that I need. I go to move right, and I flipped it directly straight away, okay? And I can move it back. Right? And we'll do another one. Let's go ahead and let's try to find another one. I scroll down, and we can change the order. I mean, I think these are really great ways of just easily flipping it, because sometimes, you know what? It might be a case you've done it already, and you're thinking, you know what? Yeah, I think it would have looked better doing it the other way around. Instead of trying to get another template out and copy and paste and all that, you don't need to do any of that stuff. Okay? So it's a really simple process, and it'll do it for you. Just simply come to the section head. Make sure you select the text box first, and you'll get the additional tools that will appear. You got add, more. So more is the one that you want, okay? And you can see not only that, I can also not only flip it, you can see you can actually increase, okay? Can you see the gap? It's increasing, or I can decrease it. I can bring it closer together. So instead of me using the tab, I can actually use this. Or if I like a section, I can duplicate. Does that make sense, everyone? If I like a particular section, look, can you see how I've done that so easily? If I want to make a breakdown, just like we've done down below, but I'm not going to do that. So now let's go and find a button. So, okay, so imagine this button here. We can see we've got a button there. Let's just do this from scratch again. I come to, let's say, I come to the little plus button here. If I want, I select this tool here. And you can see if I go anywhere on this page, if I go to content blocks, let's go to buttons, okay? Let's just find a button here. Let's go for, here's a button here. I drag and drop. Okay, I can drag it anywhere I want, but here you got one already inside. I would simply go to edit button, make your edits, that's fine. But to add your hyperlink for payments, this is the key, okay? Once you have, because there's so many, look, this is the one thing I really want to stress this. I don't want to recommend one specific payment gateway, because I don't know if it's going to work in your respective country. That's something you have to investigate. I mean, whether it's PayPal, Stripe, or maybe some third-party other gateways, okay? But remember, if you do go to ClickSitesAI and you go to tutorial section, you know the training we did, 4 of them? There are resources links with some of them we actually go through, and we mentioned some of the ones that we go through. But again, you must check which one's available for you. But once you get it, it's just say paypal.com. You got a link from paypal.com. You would just simply go and add that in. Oh, you would simply go ahead and add that in there. Like so. Okay. And it will redirect the user either in the page, or you can send them to a new opt-in. And ideally, it would then take them to the fulfillment page or your checkout page, whatever delivery solution you got in place for the payment to go through. Okay, then you select OK, and that button is now active to work to go to Google. It's that's all you have to do. Now, here you can see I've got another button here, There's 2 buttons. I don't need one of them. I simply delete here. Now, imagine we're starting from scratch. I would come here. I can edit the button. Let's go to general. I want to make it full width. Straight away, you can see background color. Let's make this a bit more prominent. I put the text color as white. Make it pop a little bit. You know, I do all the other customization tools, etc., etc. I'm not going to do all of that because you can see the buttons there. Come back to the button. I select it. Always make sure once it's selected, it will be highlighted by the green bar around. Okay, that's really, really important. I come to link, and there you go. That's where you would put the link in. Okay, that's critical. That's where you're going to put your hyperlink. That's where you're going to put your URL, and then you can designate if you want that link to open in a new window, new tab, or do you want those essentially those prospects, those individuals that are about to buy, do you want that page to refresh directly and go to your your payment gateway, your checkout page, your fulfillment page, or whatever third party gateway that you're using? Alternatively, the other solution that's available to you is if you come back to basic, you also have the ability actually adding HTML codes. Okay, so if I come in, I wanted this section here. You can see now I got this section here. I select settings. Remember, the tutorials how to embed HTML codes as well is available to you in that. I would come put the code in there, or paste it, and it would give me my payment button. Generally, when you create a payment button, whether you're using PayPal or Stripe, etc., whatever third party you're using, they would give you that HTML code and say you need to go paste this and embed it into your website. And once you paste it, it would essentially show you, it would appear as a button, a real button. Okay, so that's completely up to where or which method you want to utilize, but there's a number of different methods that are available to you at your disposal. Now, other important parts, frequently asked questions. You're probably thinking, these are the things that many of you ask, believe it or not. Many of you asked when you were, hovering about thinking or considering buying. Hey, I've got how many languages are there? Is there money back guarantee? Who hosts the websites? What happens when I create 50 websites, etc., etc. We have listed all of the key FAQs that the frequently asked questions that may be asked of you. Now, you don't have to keep them all. Okay, for example, 30-day money back guarantee. Maybe you want to do 7 days, maybe you want to do 14 days, maybe you want to do 60 days. Edit them as you please. However, as you know, being a customer yourself, people will ask you FAQs. They want to know things before they make that, the intention to purchase. Before they make the buying decision, you want to answer those questions as best as possible. Alongside that, if we go back to the W access page that you've got, right? If I scroll down, let's see. We have also information, which I'm going to cover in just a moment, about FAQs that you could also, if you want, tailor and sculpt them and then add them to this section if you want. And remember, look, here's another key thing. If you want to add more FAQs, there's nothing stopping you from coming here more. If you go to more, duplicate. Can you see how easy that was to add another section? Now, look, I've got a divider. Again, it's the same process. Duplicate. Okay. Then I simply move it down. And there, it's done. Can you see how quickly I'm doing this stuff? It's very, very simple. Just duplicate. And I need an extra line. I don't need to go through the headache of finding it and doing all of that stuff. I just come here and I use drag and drop. That's it. And for those that want to know, where do I get the access page for the white label page? Let's go straight back into ClickSitesAI, the dashboard, and I'll show you where you're going to get that. So just make sure when you go to my purchases, that's my purchases, under your account, 50 white label accounts, select access. And with that, you'll see this document and it'll give you the breakdown, exactly what I'm seeing right now and what we're going through right now. Okay. So that's number one. So editing your template is what we're going through right now. If we come back, if you want to build upon those FAQs, and then the important part, your company name, please enter your company name. Any information you have there, if you want to build, additional, if you've got terms and condition page, whatever it may be, that critical information, your company name is what you can actually place in there. And there's nothing stopping you from also, if you want to come to this section here, the bottom of it, background color, not that one. We want to go undo. More or less the bottom, don't we want to kind of change this section? I go section settings. And you can see background color. I can make it black, Come make it light, and there you go. It gives that pop, doesn't it, of the ending of the website, but you can make it purple, match any colors or whatever branding that you have in place. And if you want to rearrange stuff, add your own components, you are more than happy to do so. Okay, that's something you can do. You can customize any element of this website whatsoever. I mean, even these sections, if you want to rearrange stuff, remember, like we've done before, move things around, you can do so. You can move them up, down, left, right. You can see now I've moved it down. I've made its own section there. I don't want to do that, but I'm just giving you an example. Now, if you want to build upon it, just imagine, where it says unlock possibilities. If you want to add more and really push it out, then there's no issues. Then what you could do, you could go to section settings and you can duplicate. And you can see now I've got two sections. And if I don't want the headline, just remove the headline. And then you've got this line here. Yep. And you can see now I've got another line here, delete, and you can technically go in the section settings. And if you want the spacing, that's fine. Height, make it 10%, 15%. I can move it closer, okay? Let's go. Yeah. So I can bring it closer or draw it further away. Remove that. And remove that. There you go. Okay. So now I could technically add more features and benefits for the application. So you could build upon it. Now I go into each and every single image. I can go change that around, update them, make it more congruent where features and benefits we have in place, and model it. And even this section, I can color code it, etc., etc. So, so is everyone with me? I don't want to spend too much time on this editing. I think we've covered it. We've spent a really huge portion on just the editing element, but you have a gist of it. I'm sure many of you have been using it already. I think these are the key things: the HTML ability, how to add your hyperlink into the section, editing the menu bars are going to be key things, and obviously information of yours down below for your company, FAQs, and obviously you got the payment gateways, whether you use HTML, etc., etc. So coming back to the access page, some of the key questions we've got to cover: what plan will my customers receive when I sell the app under my own brand? So remember, these are key things, and you can go through this, that they will have the ability of having 10 workspaces, okay, 10 project spaces. They can build 50 websites. Now they'll have the ability to download HTML. So this is a key thing. Now, remember this, there's nothing stopping you from actually offering a service that, yes, if either they have clients or you want to do this yourself, an additional service or an upsell you could provide is I will connect your domain and actually get your hosting set up so I can actually get these things hosted on your own servers. Think of it as an upgrade, an additional income, a revenue stream for you and your business. There's nothing stopping you from offering these extra services. Okay. So everything that you've seen on this page, remember, you can change anything and everything. No container is restricted. I mean, you've got so many other different content blocks to choose from. We've just created something that is ready for you to go, that you can come in, you can edit, and you've got, you're straight away ready out the gate. But if those that want to add more, they want to make bigger blocks and add more contents and different types of layouts and sections and containers and blocks, add levels of animation. Come in here, I select this section, I go to animations. Yeah, add an animation to it. You are more than free to do so. Add a high level of in and out animation, up and down, just for this section, for the element, put it up and down. You can do whatever you want. So you have that ability to do so, especially even with the graphics. If you have any graphics, you can get those animated and make the shop truly stand out. I think that's one of the key things you want to truly stand out. So remember, the hyperlinks are the important part. So once you know the payment gateway you set up, simply go into it, select link, and that's the payment gateway. That's the link that you're going to be sending people to go and make the purchase from. So next, done for you services rebranding. Okay, I think this is going to be a really important part. We looked at the video on the page. So we got the video, and here's the resource. So if I select download the resources here, check this out. Now we've gone a little bit extra above and beyond because we understand that sometimes these things can be a block and they can be restrict you sometimes, especially when you're trying to get started for the very first time. So, okay, so let me go. I can see some questions, and I think This is the access page, okay? So I want to make sure everyone can see this. So in order to get to the access page, come to My Purchases, go to 50 white label accounts, select Access, and on this white label access page, you will have access to all the resources, how to set up your domain name, the website tutorial, how to actually edit the website itself. You'll get the reseller sales video. You can download that. You'll see that here. And client contracts resources, exactly what we're going through right now. Okay, so all these assets are for you, okay, to actually use, and we're going to go through them right now. And remember, with these FAQs, so you're the white label holder, but you're sub user. So the people that you actually sell this to and actually are using it under your own brand will have 10 workspaces, and within those workspaces, right, they will have 50 websites they can create for that one individual. Okay, for that one individual. Now, let's say that one client that you've sold to maxes out 50 websites. There's nothing stopping you now from selling, right, or upgrading them and selling them another license to that individual. So they get now an additional 50 websites. Because if you think about it, in total, with 50 licenses that you have, it will give you a maximum birth of about 2,500 websites that can be created by your sub users in total. So another question you may ask, what happens if I hit my limit of my licenses? Then that's something that you can actually, go ahead and upgrade, and you can buy even more licenses. But if you come across this yourself personally, where you're hitting close to your cap, that's a good problem to have. It means that you're generating sales. Don't think of it as a negative thing. It means that you're doing really well. But I would say, okay, and I think you'll probably agree with me when I say this, don't even think about something that hasn't happened yet. First, focus on making your sales. First, focus on actually generating those sales first. Okay. And when it comes to, if you want to upgrade, yes, go see, there are more plans. If you want to buy more, you can do so. The link will be there. When it comes to that stage, you can see the licenses there that will be available for you. You can see that information on there. So I'm not going to go through that right now. However, this will give you the information that you need, so then you can convey that information, especially when it comes to the resource or the email templates that we're going to provide to you that you can use. They're optional. You don't have to use them. You can make your own. Okay. So these, remember, the accounts, you can't just give somebody nilly-willy and for free. You have to charge them. Okay. You can't just give it like this. So here's some features that you can also mention if you want to incorporate that more into your sales page. Now, coming back to the client outreach, okay, there's a number of components. Now, let's just say for white label outreach, okay? So there's a document there that you can come in and check this out. Let's open this in Google Documents. So please make sure when you go in here that you don't change things around. Make a copy of it, download it, and you can use as your own. So you got about 10 templates, okay? There should be 10 templates that you can choose from. Oh, there's actually 11. So, there's an extra one there. So you can see there's templates. Look, I'm excited to introduce a new service that help you grow your business and provide incredible value to your clients. AI-powered website creation, all under your own brand, right? So then this is the ability. Coming back here, you can see they can actually download the HTML as their own, and then they can actually offer another service if they want to upload it onto the end user's account, and that could be an additional service. So all of these templates are there for you, and it incorporates the core, some of the core features, but these are flexible. You can change things around, add your name, company name, contact information, URL, etc., customize it with their name, and you are good to go. Copy and paste. You've got another one. You've got ones with subject lines as well. So everything is there for you at your disposal. Okay, that's one section, especially if you want to outreach and cold, outreach prospects for the first time, or cold outreach essentially, then you can do so. Next, if we go back, you're going to see we've got client outreach. So this also works if you want to sell services of emails, etc., right? You can do so. So there's going to be a whole different number of different emails, and you can see, I'm going to open the PDF for this. You can see client outreach email templates that are there for you, and you can see, look, the problem solver approach, the value packed offer, the personalized solution, the no time approach. So you can see, we really have gone to town essentially to make sure you've got a lot of this stuff ready at your disposal, so you don't have any mental blocks. However, I'm going to show you one more powerful way of helping when it comes to outreach. Is everyone ready? There's two things now I'm going to cover. Now, some of you may think, look, I don't have a logo. Okay, I don't have a logo. What do I do? So let's just go to, let's go here. Let's just create a brand new section. Okay, yeah, let's just create a brand new section. I just for demonstration purposes. Let's delete this. Okay, you can see it's saying, enter something there. I go to the assistant. And remember, sometimes it's not going to be accurate when it comes to this, but I want you to kind of think, how much more can I use ClickSitesAI for my work? So create, where's it gone? Hold on. Create a logo called My Website Builder. So yeah, don't make it too complicated. Keep it simple. But I'm just trying to make sure you get you exhaust it as much as you can. So it will look at creating a logo. Obviously, I've done it in the background, but let's just not do this in the background, okay? Because I know I've done a background. Oops. So I go here to the editor. I remove this, but can anyone, anyway, because it's the background, can everyone see this? If I take the URL now, let's go ahead. Let's go to the URL. This is what's being created by the app. Can you see that? Right? Now, yeah, there's going to be some inaccuracies, but we can actually use that again and make it more specific. But one thing I want you to understand, see this feature right now. This is actually in testing stage. This is an unknown feature and it's not available in other apps. And this is something that I'm going to explain more about when we come to the end of the site. So I don't want you to get too excited about it, but this is in development stage where we're actually tweaking and actually building this out. So some of you may have access to it, but I hope by the end, everyone gets access to it. But you have to stay tuned. But can you see this? Look, website builder. So you can actually now start looking at building your own logos from this. Now, there's nothing stopping me. If I want, I can actually let's go to the AI generator. And let's just take the same thing. Look, create a logo called Paul Ponner, right? As an example, okay? Let's go and create. Let's see what variations it makes. So we can use the assistant, or we can come and we can use the AI image generator. You've got the basic feature, you've got the advanced feature, but why go and use other resources and pay for it if we can leverage ClickSitesAI as much as we can, right? So we'll give that a few moments and let's see what it generates. If anything, that would be good. But remember, this is being developed, and this is kind of a hidden feature that we're actually developing out. And you can see, yeah, it's created something. I can create another one. And remember, because it's unlimited images, you have to understand, because it's still learning. It's the AI is learning, but especially your the information that you're putting in there. Create as many images as you want until you get the perfect result. But remember, it's about the prompt as well, right? If you do a much more advanced prompt, or use the AI assistant. So create a website called Paul Ponner, let's say. In here, the assistant okay. Let's see what it builds. Okay, create a logo called Ponner or Paul Ponner, or whatever it may be, and just highlight some of these things. Okay, right. Highlight. Be very clear in the input that you're doing, because if you're not clear in the input, it won't really understand. So just be as accurate as possible. So can you check this one out now? Look at this. I know it's in the background. However, if I open it, you can see, look at this, Paul Ponner. What a lovely logo. I can come take this logo, I can save this logo, and I can actually put it onto my site. So I'm going to clear this at the moment because I don't want that right there. So the real way essentially is, if I close that, ideally what we want to do when you're doing an image is simply come here, and there you can see, now you can put that in there. So select that, create a logo in the container. And you can see, check this out, my Paul Ponner, right? Can everyone see that? Now I can actually save this, right click on here, result, save image as, or I can just take the URL here, right? And I can go and paste that wherever I want. And I think the great thing about this is that if I want, like if I press send again, I can make as many variations of the logo as I want. So now you can just think of it not only for your own business, but imagine for clients as well. unlimited abilities of making unlimited images. Look, my Paul Ponner. Create Paul Ponner logo of color blue, color red, actually. So, make it, try to think of the best prompts, okay? Create Paul Ponner logo. Look at this, Paul Ponner of red. So imagine now you got that ability to create as many logos as you want. And then, if you want to offer as an upsell for clients, so be it. You can do that now. Okay, that's one aspect. Now, the second thing I wanted to show you, because I think this is I think this is a really good feature. Okay, if I do say so myself. Now, say for example, if I come here now, I come to my assistant, I go to ask a question. Let's clear this. Look, ask questions. Create me an email to a potential client who needs website creation services. So remember, we have AI integrated with this. So it can act as your consultant. It can act technically as your copywriter, and it can actually generate the emails that you need. So you don't need to be caught up on trying to hire copywriters and typing things out. Just use the AI to do the heavy lifting for you. Okay, remember, all the images and even the copy and the content is royalty free. It's copyright. You're not going to have copyright infringement issues, right? So we'll give that a few moments anyway. Let me close these in the meantime. Okay. So yeah, depending on the load or how big it is, because obviously an email is going to write out words. We'll give it a few moments and we'll allow it to actually create an email. However, if we come back here now, you can see outreach emails. We've got a whole list. There's 11 there. And if we come back now, let's close that. Let's go back to this. Look, imagine now you do actually engage with a client and you've got them, right? So check this out. Before I'll come back to that in a moment. Can you see this now? It's created me an email. Premium website creation services tailored for your business. Dear client's name. I hope this email finds you well. I'm not going to say all of it, but you can see it's telling you where to put your information, our expertise, and next steps. So you now come and take this, and guess what? You have an email ready to go. Okay. And there's nothing stopping you also from using the assistant to actually create you a 7-day sequence or even a contract once you have the client. Now, good for you. Well, you're fortunate enough that we've actually thought about that. So we thought of putting together a couple of contracts that you can use, that website creation service agreements. And you can see here with these agreements, put the date in there. You would come and enter the information that you need here. So really, these are things that you can come and tweak. You can copy and paste, and things that you might have not thought about before. And then you can see you can send that across to the client. There's one version there. There's another version there. Website development agreements that you would expect that you can see. So you're an official business. You're an official working at officially official capacity. Now, to get this even more interesting, what did we do? We've put together this ebook for you. Okay. Now you may be thinking, why your local business needs a website. So this essentially can be like a lead magnet. You can actually send to your prospect, or you can create a page as a giveaway. Okay. Now everything on here is going to come in a Word document for you to actually go and edit. So you can add your headers, your footers, you can put graphics, designs, whatever you want. Use ClickSitesAI, create images, come and paste them in here, and then you can render it as a PDF and put your information, obviously. And you can actually then go build even lead pages. We're going to cover this in a couple of weeks as well. But this is a good lead, or this is a good tool to actually give to individuals to actually educate them on why they need a website. Okay, so does that sound good? Do you love the free stuff we put together, the resources, done for you resources we've actually put for you? And that's also accessible here on this page. Here you can see client contracts, outreach, email templates, the ebook, and templates are also there. So everything you need to pitch, close deals, and grow your business. Let me know in the chat box, are you with me, or are you glued to the screen right now? Can you see how much we are going out? We're going to town for you here. I hope you appreciate it. We are going to town. Okay. So lots of goodies we've put together. And check this out. On top of it, we've also given a white label tutorial. Okay, there's a tutorial as well that can use as your own. And look, I want to make this clear. This is a 45-minute tutorial. This took time, okay? I want you to understand. It's a 45-minute tutorial, and it's going to walk through your customers, okay? Your clients in your business on how to use the application. You know what the best part about this tutorial? It's unbranded. So let me explain that again. It's unbranded. We purposely unbranded this video. And let me just show you something really quick. Now, in this video, you might see there's actually black bars at the top and bottom. The reason being is what we try to think is, from your point of view, I would want you to take this video, use it as is, that's completely fine. Or if you want to simply go ahead and put your logo either on the top or the bottom, or maybe you want to put a URL, you can actually put a URL on there, on layer it on the video to make your own. Use it as your own. We have no issues for it. That's what it's there for. So, little things like this. And I look, put it as this. Even to record a video of that and make sure you don't have any branding, it takes a lot of time and energy to put something together, even post-production, and especially 45-minute video to really go out of, go to the town of put everything you would expect, step 1, step 3, step 4. So anyway, that's for you to go check it out. But I hope you appreciate we've gone through a lot of lengths. You can see now we've got the sales video, we've got a done for you page for the white label, you've got done for you tutorial, done for you client contracts, outreach emails, even the sales video, for the reseller video, etc., and even a list of FAQs that you can actually take this information, you can actually add to or take away from it. So any kind of questions, it will kind of answer your questions here that you may have. All right. So is everyone with me so far? Are you still with me? Do you think we've kind of delivered already on this session when it comes to the white label? Okay. So anything you can modify. Now, design tools, as you've seen, we already looked at logo creation using ClickSitesAI. Believe it or not, you probably didn't even think of it. That it's something, again, I'll mention more towards the end, but this is something special that we've been working on secretly that maybe some of you might not have available right now in your account. However, don't tell me off. You're probably thinking, how do I get access to it? I'm going to explain at the end how you can get access to it. And I want to make sure by the end of this session, you're going to get access to it completely free of charge. Okay. So that's my promise to you, as long as you stay until the end, and then we'll cover that. So remember, if you've got things like Artistly or Design Beast, use them. It's about using your creativity when it comes to either logo creation or the graphics. I mean, yeah, there's sites like Fiverr and Upwork and things like that. But my aspect is I'm trying to save you money. I don't want you spending more money. First, make money. Use the applications you have already. There's no point spending more money just to get going when you already have the tools available to you. Okay. So don't get stuck in that trap. Do not get stuck in that trap. Okay. Now, client outreach strategies. Yes, local businesses, Google, you can get leads from. Tailored solutions, we looked at Yellow Pages, Yelp, Craigslist, Google, etc. So these are a lot of the things that we've kind of already covered, and we'll cover it as the weeks go on. So many of you may think, you can use your social media as outreach, you can use your Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Quora. Well, Quora not so much, but Instagram or TikTok and Google, right? The normal methods you would expect to actually reach out to clients. And when you do find them, say for example, right, if we go to Google, and before I go to Google, I'm not going to go to Google right now. Another question you may have is managing customer support. Okay, this is a really important question. Okay, because great, yeah, you're getting these customers now, but who's handling support? Now, you will be handling support. And what do I mean by that? It's your business. You have to put your business hat on now. Okay. So how you would handle support, you can create a simple, remember I mentioned at the start, if you go to your domain name registrar, they will essentially allow you to, you can buy a domain name or a different extension of your domain name, like support@yourdomain.com. They're more than happy to set up. Or you can, if you want to use something more personal, then fine, that's fine. Okay. But the moment you're getting customers coming through and they're asking you anything, remember you've got your FAQs ready. You have tutorials ready. Okay, you're already familiar with the application. You can record more tutorials. You can create already more responses around FAQs. However, one thing we do mention If there's anything hyper advanced in terms of technicalities, especially when it's software related, let's have a look. It should be on your list. Okay, on the list here, is it somewhere? Who provides support? Okay, you are responsible for providing direct support to customers. However, yes, we do have our support available, but you cannot send them to us because then it's under your own company name. However, if there's something that you're stuck on that you need help with getting answered, then yes, please, by all means, we're happy. We're here to accommodate, to give you the support that you need to answer the questions, and then you can take the response and use it as your own. Okay, does that make sense, everyone? Is that fair? Just let me know in the chat box. Is that fair? So remember, you have to treat this as a business. Yes, we are here. We will help you. We've given you all the information, FAQs, and all, the tutorials and the trainings, etc., etc. But now, hey, you have to step up to the mark, and I have full confidence you can do that. But knowing that we are here in case there is a technical question or something that you need help with, will give you that confidence. Okay, it will give you that confidence, and it will give you that confidence in your mind that, hey, you know what? Even when it comes to, I know I have an amazing team. I got Paul, Sid. They've got an amazing team. Their service that are there, that are always going to be there to help me. Okay, is that fine? Okay. So here's a question, and I'll answer this because I don't want to answer too many questions right now because it'll take away from the session and it'll become interrupted. But when you're sending an email to a client, there's nothing stopping you from sending one email, waiting 24 hours, 48 hours, and do a second one. So when we come back to the assistant, you can say, can you create a follow-up email to my original email, or can you send a follow-up email to a client regarding the website creation services? And you can do that. Then the point is you have to be persistent. In order to be successful, or where you're going to see a higher conversion, is even from a marketing standpoint of view, you will see a better conversion sometimes after the fourth attempt or the fourth interaction where you see conversion. However, the success rate is furthermore in the follow-up sequence that you do. So just someone hasn't replied, just don't give up. Remember, you have an abundance of clients out there that need your services. Don't get upset if one person doesn't answer. Go knock on 100 more doors, 200 doors, 300 doors. It's highly likely and highly probable even 10% of those people, of the 300, will answer your email, 30 of them. And even out of the 30 of those people that answer your email, only 10% of them actually want to go ahead with your services. Great. That's what, 3 people out of 30. And those 3 people might end up paying you $500, $1,000, or maybe $97 a month if you give them the app. Okay. It's all about knowing your numbers, understanding. But I want you to focus on just getting out there and actually taking that leap of faith. Okay, just having that confidence. Treat this like a business. You're looking to get a return on investment. That's why you're here on this very call. You want to generate revenue. You're here to make money. I know even the word itself, I'm not going to say it again, but money, it's a bit cliche. It's there's this greasy tinge to it because so many people online are using this terminology and they're just trying to sell you this pipe dream. Come here, rub this magic lamp and you'll make X, Y, and Z. If you know anything about even the training that we do, we're not here for that. We're not trying to put you in a position where you're just trying to sell a dream and just trying to sell you the solution. We're here to show you legitimate strategies in order for you to implement actionable content for you to actually build and run a business. That's the difference. We're not here to put you and making a hobby in a sense. Okay. Yeah, for some people it's fine, but we want to make it. We want to allow you to have something that's actually going to generate revenue, real business, and you can actually scale something with longevity. Okay, so hopefully that comes across, and we want to make that very, very clear. So you understand exactly our thoughts and what our intentions are, especially behind these trainings, or the reasons we do what we're doing right now. Okay, now let's go back. So let me show you a quick example. Okay, I'll just show you a quick example. When it comes to customer support, so you understand. Yes, we have that there, but remember, setting up will be very easy, and make sure your customers have availability to that. But look, if I can make this as easy as possible, and that's one thing I suggest, you don't copy. Everybody has access to ClickSitesAI. First and foremost, everybody has access. When you come to the tutorials page, what is stopping you from modeling these very videos? Recording your very own videos. You don't even need to be on video. You don't even have to have your face on video, right? Does that make sense, everybody? There's nothing stopping you from coming in and actually creating your own versions of these videos. However, yes, we've given you a 45-minute trading of it all, but if you want to be a bit more specific and make things that are, exuding your own personality, use your own videos, or maybe you want to get your team member to make a video, or your partner, your little one, your loved one, hey, that's fine too, right? Because it's your own business now, isn't it? So I know sometimes it becomes a little bit scary, right? But hopefully that makes sense. Now, look, if we let's just jump to Google. Now, let's just quickly give you a quick example, right? So let's just say, chiropractor, okay? Chiropractor in Manhattan. I don't know, would there be a lot of Manhattans in New York? Would there? But anyway, you get the gist of it. It's the same scenario. Remember, we come to more places if you're going to look for somebody. There's nothing stopping you. Either you can offer the service of website creation, which we'll look at, but we're not going to go too much today, right? Or you can actually offer them the white label license where they can actually have the ability to use the app themselves. Look, imagine this. Not only can you give the access to the client, the app, okay, white label access to the licensee, the sub user. But imagine an upsell service where you actually say, you know what, included in the price in the package, either you put this in the package or you sell this as an upgrade. I will spend, a day with your employee or anyone or your assistant or any individual that you elect or you nominate, and I will give them training on how to use the app, right? So I just always want you to think, what's another upsell I can add? And you may be thinking, but I don't want to sell upsells. No, but this is business. When you go to the dealership and you buy a car, what's the first thing that they do? They give you a base model. They say, do you want alloy wheels with that? Do you want an exhaust? Do you want leather seats? Do you want better tinting? Do you want a different type of upholstery? Do you want, the 6-speed gearbox? Do you want the supercharger? You go and buy an electronic product. Do you want 3 years insurance with that? Do you want warranty? Do you want a cover for that? These are upsells. You have to understand you are in business. There's nothing stopping you from giving the client the option of these upgrades. They're adults. Let them make the decision. If it's for them, it's something by not offering people upsells, sometimes in some situations, you are doing a disservice. All right. Because sometimes these are things that they need and you're not offering it to them because you think, I don't want to sell an upsell. I don't want to sell this additional thing. Number one, yes, it's time. Your money is worth time. So you should always think, yes, I can include it in a package, but that package that I'm charging for access to the site has to be higher. Okay? Does that make sense, everyone? That's really, really important. Okay, so coming back now, let's just say, remember the same system we went through. Let's just go and find if somebody has a website. You can see, there's some websites there. Maybe this guy's got 67 websites. Maybe he's got an ugly looking website. What's the reason he's got low reviews? Yes, it might not be a very good company. However, regardless, you see it's a nice website. Let's go and let's look at another one. Remember, it's just about going through one by one and then finding a fit for you. Now, look at his website. Yeah, it looks pretty ugly. We can definitely go through and make that a little bit more better for him. Look at this. Look at this section there. It makes no sense. I don't know what's happening. Half of it's messed up. So this is an example. We come here. We've got his information in terms of telephone number. Has he got an email? Let's see. Has he got an email? No, what we could do, we could phone him up and we can clearly say to him, hey, have you got an email? I would like to send you across an email. Or look at this. Name, email, and phone number. So we can actually email them directly. Okay. Our services, about us. Look, he's got all the pages, things that we can build up very, very easily, things that he does. But there's nothing stopping us from actually doing a bit more research, coming back and getting his email or sending it to them directly. So does everybody understand that? I'm not going to go too much into it because we have other things that we are going to look at. So essentially what we just looked at, we'll incorporate selling as well directly to the clients, the app, and also doubling up selling websites. So we've got kind of two aspects to it. Okay, so straight away, if we come back here, let's just go and look at another one. Let's say plumber. Let's just do another plumber in Manhattan. And remember, we've got other sites. There's unlimited sites. Remember, in the tutorials and training, we've gone through so much. But in the next 4 weeks on these other sessions, we're going to go more specifically deeper and it's going to be highly targeted in the breakdown of it. So instead of it just being hours and hours long, or going through each part, bit by bit, we're just going to really laser focus on these specific topics. So here we got this emergency plumber here, and let's have a look. Okay, so he's got a page. Yeah, it looks all right, but not that much going on in terms of animations or anything like that. So let's go ahead. About services. Yeah, he's got a telephone number. We can say, look, get on the phone. Don't be afraid to get on the phone. If you don't want to get on the phone, then there's nothing stopping you from asking somebody else to get on the phone for you. Say, look, I need to send you something. Have you got a telephone number? Okay, have you got an email address so I can send you something across? And remember, this will work for any single one of them. Now, when you get their kind of information, let's just say this one here. We don't want to schedule button. Let's have a look. If we got their information here, say we got the email in the end, we come here, we go to one of our outreach emails, and we got two to choose from. Either we're trying to pitch them the outreach email so we can actually present them an offer where they can actually have their own website builder. That's very easy to use, number one. Or we can use the client outreach if we want to use them as a client ourselves. Okay, if we want to sell our own websites to them, we can come simply to this template here, and you can say struggling with web design, vice versa. So these are interchangeable. There's nothing stopping you then from taking these templates, going into the AI assistant and saying, look, can you update this? Can you make it more congruent, or can you focus on one particular area, make it more aggressive in closing, or make it a follow-up email, etc. Okay, so these things we will cover more as we go along. I just want to quickly touch on them. But remember, one of the key things, can you see what it says this at the bottom? Self-service platforms mean the clients will pay you for usage. What is stopping you from actually then charging them, even if they want to host on their own service? Okay. So if it is a case that, hey, they've got their own domain name, own hosting, offer it as a service. Think about it before you go and think, look, I have these items that I know I can do. Let me offer it. And if you don't, say for example, if you don't know how to upload a HTML page, go onto YouTube. It will show you how to do it. Okay, really, really important. Everything that you can learn, and you can do it, and then you can start charging. Once you learn it once, you can do it, rinse and repeat, right? So we're trying to, teach you to fish. Okay, instead of giving you the fish, we want to teach you how to fish, and then you can just, go and get as much fish as you want. Okay. And obviously offer different pricing tiers and revenue models. So whether it's a one-off, maybe bi-monthly model, or maybe a part payment plan, you can do yearly plans or recurring. For me, I would say for your first sale, just make the first sale and get your return of investment. 100%. Make your money back. Then anything, once you've broken even, anything you make there on after is you're generating revenue now for your company from actually spending nothing. Right? Doesn't that sound great, everyone? Okay. So the same model, we can go back in ClickSitesAI. I'm not going to do that, but selling websites, we are literally reaching out to different clients, and you can see some of the different strategies we can use. If we just bring this here, you can see Yellow Pages, Yelp, Craigslist, Google. Okay, Google's a great place. And if you want further training, this will be coming up. Okay, let's have a look. So further up, traffic generation is a key thing. But yes, week 2. So next week, we're going to look at a more advanced training, how to get clients and then scale your services. Okay, so that's coming up. So don't panic. We will go into that more detail. And then also just to quickly touch on e-commerce models to monetize that we will be covering is using ClickSitesAI itself in selling essentially physical or digital products. Now, obviously, if you're an e-commerce seller, you've got third-party platforms that you may be using, or maybe you have your own products that you're connected with that you want to sell. Then yes, you can. Of course, you can use ClickSitesAI to do that alongside digital products by using the platform itself. So that's everything is going to be there. And let's say, for example, you can see there's a little faded logo in there right now, right? So if I let's go for a ClickBank Marketplace. You might have seen this a little bit earlier before, but I'm just going to quickly touch on it. I don't want to spend too much time because I want your focus right now just to be on the white label training. So my thoughts are, I don't want to overwhelm you and go through into all these other categories. It's way too much. So I just want to kind of drip feed and give breadcrumbs essentially, that what we're going to be going into next week, because it'll become too overwhelming. And from my experience, we understand that if we're looking to help you to get results, that we need to do it in such a systematic and structured way that you understand what's been taught in terms of the content and it's actually actionable. If we start going on and spend another hour on different components, it will just become confusing. So just to very quickly touch on the digital marketplaces, you got ClickBank as one of them. You've got top offers, and you can see my key thing is here, the category list here, and you can see all of the different categories and industries that you can actually tap into. So these are broad. Just remember, this is like a niche. A category is like a niche. Okay, these are big major niches, and what we don't do is we don't attack and try to go and sell to these broad markets. It doesn't make any sense because you're competing with huge, these conglomerate companies here, these huge machines. They've got unlimited marketing supply, right? We don't want to do that. What we want to do is we want to drill down in what we call micro niches or sub niches, subcategories essentially within these broader marketplaces. So say for example, if I go now to health and fitness, can you see it's got 588 essentially products under that, right? Under health and fitness. So they could be from let's have a list. There's a list here. Look, addiction, beauty, dental health, dietary supplement, diet loss, exercise, fitness, general mediations. So now can you see from the broader industry, it's drilling down into these micro niches, these subcategories of the broader niche that now, hey, guess what? We can actually start looking into, and we can actually, looking at building stores around this, or maybe you want to find affiliate products and actually generate revenue by using these alternative methods of revenue generation by selling products, whether digital or physical. Okay, so these are other aspects that we can actually do. Now, next, okay, so I just wanted to quickly touch on that. Hopefully that's fine. Now, some exclusive bonuses for you, and I mentioned this at the start, and I want to reward, I think, no, not I want to reward, well, I do want to reward you as well, but this is something obviously come from Paul and Sid and the team, but more or less from the top of the chain. And this is something I think if you're an existing customer already, this is something that you're probably used to, and to kind of show the appreciation for every single one of you. These are bonuses that were made available, well, they are going to be made available to you, hopefully very shortly by the end of this call. Okay, I'm going to give you the steps, so they're not going to be so right now. I'm going to give you the steps, and it's up to you. If you follow the steps, then yes, you're going to get unlocked these new bonuses that we're going to go and discuss right now. So new features. Now, some of you may already have access to them. However, these are essentially being added as a beta testing. Okay, they're not meant to be available for every single one of you, and they at some point they were going to be removed, and then it was going to be another component to be added down the line, okay, as an upgrade. However, I know you're panicking, you're thinking, what do you mean? No, I want it, and we're going to go look at these things. So in order to unlock more features, now who wants to unlock more features and get access? Okay, and you know what it says, I know it says 20, but guess what? Let's make it 50. How does that sound? Everybody? Hopefully, I didn't get told off, but I just thought about it. So let's just make it 50, right? 50 additional workspaces as well. But this is just right. Before I get into the bonuses, who's ready? Just let me know, and then we'll go through the steps on how you can unlock these bonuses. And you know what? We've just made it 50. Hopefully, the team can go and update that as well. So, yeah, I mean, this will obviously be on top of what you're going to get already. Just to say thank you, even for you listening to me. You're some British guy in the UK. Right, go through. So, if everyone's ready, let me have a little bit of a sip, and then we'll jump straight into it, okay? Okay, so everyone's ready, right? So what we'll do, let's jump straight into this. So access bonuses. Oh, okay. So I'm going to walk you through this right now. Nope, this is not the right page. I know I was trying to keep you a little bit excited, but no, I don't want to have the right page. I'm just teasing. So let's just double check. Yeah. Access. Let me just make sure I got the right page because I don't want to. Okay. Okay, so bear with me because I know I've got it here somewhere. So if the team could just quickly send me the special link because it seems it's not working. Oh, wait, hold on. Have I got it? So yeah, if I could just get the team to see if they can send me the correct link of secret features. So everybody stand by. It is coming. So okay, we've got it. Everybody read. I do apologize for that slight delay, but hey, here we go. I know anticipation. Here we go. Oh, okay. So the team will put the link in the box also. They will put the link into the chat box, okay? However, before they do that, please wait, team. I'll run through them first and then we'll put the link in there. Right? So unlock secret features inside ClickSites when you post a review on Capterra. Now, I want to make this very clear to every single one of you right now. I hope, okay, as I say this, that you appreciate even us coming on the training as much as we can do. I really do hope that you see that we love coming and doing these training. And in order for us to grow as a company and even serve even more people and make, reach a far greater audience and actually be able to do trainings like this, we need your help. And a great way of that is to show and really shout out online and show other people how amazing our team is and the products that we have. And we can only do that by having amazing individuals like you even turning up on this session. So what it means is right now, in order to kind of get an edge over the competition, if you're looking to boost ROI and build websites, I want to make this available to every single one of you by you just simply following 3 simple steps. And I'm going to share them with you right now. Number 1, hidden feature number 1. We're going to give you 50 extra workspaces, okay? So on as a bonus, on top of what you already have, those 500 workspaces, we'll give you another 50. How does that sound? Come on, everyone. How does that sound? Number 2, 50 extra custom domains, okay, to added. So some were thinking, if once I hit the limit, what happens? Hey, guess what? We'll take that expense. We're going to give you another 50. So now you've got 50 extra workspaces, 50 extra custom domains. And just thinking they're 50 extra clients that you can take on, right? And this is in testing stage, Magic A redesign, okay? The Magic artificial redesign. Some of you may have seen it. We have mentioned this, but some of you may not have it in your account. It was only added to a certain number of accounts because we're going through a testing phase. However, this will get better as it goes. This was meant to be a paid feature or something completely different that we're implementing, but I want to make this available to every single one of you. And the team said, look, this is what we want to do. I know it sounds crazy, but we want to make sure that we can get this in the hands of every single one of you. Okay, we can get this into your account so you can actually start having. You can basically get grandfathered in, and you can use this and have it unlocked. Okay, into your account. So there's no issues whatsoever. Okay, and with the redesign, we have the AI rewrite and the AI, just the redesign section, but the Magic redesign, it actually creates not only brand new copy for a particular section, and not only the images, but it takes both and it will create you a completely new copy and imagery for that section, even design style. So you can have unlimited redesigns of a section in both copies and the written content. So this is revolutionary, this redesign tool, and it's only going to get better. And this was only in a few accounts. However, by I would say, as soon as you follow the steps, we can make sure that you have this available and it's shown in your account and it stays in your account. That's the key. Some of you may have it. It doesn't mean it's going to stay in your account unless you follow these steps. Okay. So I can only apologize. Don't shoot the messenger. All right. Now, hidden feature number 4, you've probably seen this as well. It hasn't really been mentioned too much because it's right now it's under development as well. That's another brand new feature that's being deployed, the design canvas. So now the canvas can be used to actually it's a freehand editor, so you actually do drag and drop and put anything on your page, and then it will be mobile optimized and optimized on different devices. And that's something that's also going to be available. So kind of coming back into, let's see where it's gone. So some of you may see it, but it's a Magic redesign here. And then we also have a canvas mode as well for some of you. Some of you may not, but even if you have it, I must stress that you must follow these steps essentially if you do want to have it if you do want to unlocked in your account and kept. Okay, if you do want to continue using it and it not to be removed, or don't want to pay a fee later on, whatever it may be, then that's something we can make sure you get covered. Next, hidden feature number 5. Some of you may see this, AI voice to prompt. So now you can actually dictate specifically into the AI assistant, and it's highly accurate. It's such an amazing feature, and it's so dynamic, it's so quick, and it's so easy to use. It just changes the game. I know it's a bit of a cliche term, but it makes things so much easier, because especially if you're like me, you don't want to type. I just simply dictate a command. I'm much more clearer in what I want, and I can actually voice my thoughts right directly into the assistant, and it will build me a section. It can actually build me an image. It can actually create me the email swipes I need. It can follow any prompt or command that I say by using a verbal input. Okay, so we appreciate every single one of you, right? We appreciate every single one of you. And that's why we want to do this. That's why the reason why we're doing this training. So if you want to unlock all of these amazing brand new features into your account and have them for lifetime access, unrestricted, then please go right now. Step number 1, all you have to do is simply go to Click Sites on Capterra. So there's a link there. We'll put that also into the link. Okay, there's a link there, and it's called ClickSitesAI /review. Okay, so if I go here now, let's go to this page. Okay, and let me type this in. So I want you to go to this link here. Can everyone see this link? So in order to access the bonuses, if you simply come to this page here, to access the bonuses, ClickSites.ai /review. Okay, once you go to this link right here, you will see the very page that I was on. That seems to have disappeared somewhere. Here you go. This page, you'll see this page. So ClickSitesAI /review. And actually, what I'll do, if I get this up, actually, let me do this right now. Yes, let me do this right now. I'll get this up on the screen as well. Unlock bonuses. Okay, I'll take this for you here. Let's put this in there. Let's save. And can everyone see that now? There we go. Unlock secret bonuses. Please go to ClickSites.ai /review. Okay. Once you've gone there, you will see this page. You'll see the hidden features. And the steps you need to take is, first of all, post a review for ClickSites on Capterra. I'll show you how that's going to look. You'll see this page here, Capterra. Simply go and, what you most liked, etc., etc. Even whatever it may be. Okay. Obviously, if they had 10 stars, I'm pretty sure every single one of you would do 10 stars. How likely would you recommend? Number 10, obviously. And what did you like? Oh, I loved everything about it. Be specific. What did you like? Well, there's nothing I didn't like. I loved all of it. Of course, right? And then put your information in there. Look, I really do hope every single one of you just, so many of you, even on this call, if you feel that we're giving you value, like if you can see the benefit, the amount that we're doing to make sure and ensure that you're successful using this application. I mean, all of the updates that we're doing, if you really think about all of the updates that we've been doing, and you can see we're logging these things, you go to announcements, you can see all of the brand new stuff that we're doing. We continue listening to all the features and the stuff that you're asking for. We're going ahead and we're, no expense spared to get these things done. Then please, it would mean the world if you could just do this to show the world that, hey, look, we do look after every single one of them. We go above and beyond. Us doing these calls right now, 2 hours. I like right now where I am, it's 8 p.m. Why? I should be relaxing, feet up, having dinner. No, because I want to make sure that we can deliver the best training. Even things like putting the slides together, these things take time, right? And this is something, a special bonus we want to put together, even by giving you this training. So once you've taken the review, okay, please make sure once you're on the page and then you've submitted it, just take a screenshot of your review. Whether you have some kind of screen capture device on your computer or whether you use your mobile phone, please make sure you take that picture so then we can see that, yes, you've done that, okay? Step number 3, please just send that over to, once you contact support with the image, then our team will unlock the feature in your account within, up to 72 hours, okay? 3 business days after we receive your email. So from the point we get your email with the, with the image, of your review, the screenshot of it. Then from that point, when you've sent that email, then it will take up to 72 hours to get that permanently unlocked in your account. Okay, so some of you may already have it but unaware. Yes, I've got it. Please, you also will need to do it in order to make sure that it stays in your account and there's no interruptions of that service, because it is going through special beta testing timeline at the moment. That was something that just a feature that's for future, but we have put it in some accounts for testing reasons. However, if you want it unlocked for free, all of those 5 aspects, let's go ahead. Look, feature number 1, 50 extra workspaces. Hidden feature 2, extra custom domains. You've got 50 there. Magic AI redesign. You've got the WYSIWYG design canvas. I mean, it goes on the AI voice to prompt. And remember, don't forget all of the all of the different assets that we've actually then given you as well. The ebook, client contracts, outreach emails, client outreach emails. We've got, even on top of that, remember, we've got the white label resources tutorial on that, the website we've done for you. We've gone ahead and given you like a VSL video sales letter, so you can actually use that yourself. You've seen the client emails there. We've got the white label tutorial. That's 45 minutes of pure tutorial training that you can use and brand yourself. And then there's also additional information for you to use. So I would like to say, I think you would agree as well, that we really are trying to go above and beyond for every single one of you. So once you do that, simply select a review, etc. And once you go to the link, just put that information on there. So step 1, post a review, and then contact support with your screenshot of the review, and then our team will unlock it once you've done it. So from the point you send the email with a screenshot, it will take 72 hours from that point, so about 3 days. So let me know in the chat box, is that fair? Would it be fair for me to ask you to put a positive review? I think if you think that, look, I'll be honest with you, if you think the platform's amazing, you love the training, all the updates, everything that we're doing for you, then just let me know in the chat box. Because I would also love to know your feedback as well. But please, just it's such a beautiful thing, because we have even with the group of the Facebook group, the Inner Circle, there's 50,000 people in there, right? It's such a huge, amazing community. And for us even to do better as individuals in the company, we thrive on getting that feedback by helping you, trying to help you with the training and deliverables and putting things together. Like even now, for us to put together the templates, the website, the videos, it's expenses that we're more than happy to cover to make sure you get what you need. So there's no stumbling blocks, if that makes sense. We really want to get you ahead of everybody else. And like I say, 2025 is coming up, and I want you to be in a place now so you can get the wheels moving, and you are 3 months ahead of everybody that's going to start in January and say, oh, you know what, my New Year's resolution is that I'm going to build a business, generate more revenue, I'm going to get more clients, etc. But you, being the intelligent person that you are, that you're already taking action now. Why would I so easily say that? Because the proof is that you're here right now on this very call. Why? Right? You being alone on this call is the evidence, right? That shows me and proves not only to me, forget about me, what I think, but it's to yourself. You are somebody that wants to take actionable, you want to take action. You actually are looking to better yourself and your business. So please make sure you see the link, ClickSitesAI/review. So all of the remember, look, nothing's for sale here. We're just going to give you this stuff, please. Okay. So we're just giving you this stuff. So please don't think that, you got to pay X amount. There's nothing involved. It's nothing like that. There's no selling here. I do hope that you can see we're going above and beyond here. So it would be absolutely amazing. I know Paul's not here right now, but if he saw those reviews, you've gone and put amazing reviews. If you love, obviously, I'm sure you do. If you love ClickSitesAI, I think it would be nice for him to also see them and say, you know what, yeah, fantastic that. And here's another thing I would say also, it's really important. If you once you do leave the review anyway, and some of the things that you enjoy, because it's important that if I'm doing these trainings with you and you're enjoying these trainings, then obviously it's important, isn't it? Right? If you have the right person giving these trainings and you're enjoying my company as I'm enjoying your company, and you feel like you're learning, then that's an important thing. right? And then that these things, obviously, as Paul's not here, these things should be reflected. So yeah, we actually enjoy the trainings, and it's making our entire experience better. Now, yes, if there's things that you think maybe could do a little bit better with the training, we're more than happy. You can give us input, but with the next 4 weeks, we've got so much more to cover, and it's only going to get better, isn't it? So unlock the secret bonuses now. You've got 5 there, extra 50 workspaces, custom domain names, Magic AI redesign. You got the WYSIWYG. So that's how you say it. If nobody knows, you actually say it like that. WYSIWYG design canvas, and you got the AI voice to prompt. So remember, there's only basically there are literally 2 steps, aren't there? Step 1, post a review. Okay, Capterra, you'll see the link there. Contact support, send them the screenshot of you the review that you've taken, and then just email the team. Okay, just a couple of simple steps, won't take you long at all, but then you will get some amazing brand new bonuses unlocked into your account without any issues. And remember, there's nothing to buy. Please put your wallets away. We don't want your money. Okay, forget about that. No one's asking you to get your cards out. We would appreciate it. It would be amazing, and it will also reflect if we're doing an amazing job. I think that's a key thing, isn't it? So yes, so let me know in the chat box. Are you doing that right now? Are you ready? Are you going to go do that right now? Let me know, and then we will be concluding today's session. I know we have gone over slightly. It was going to be short and sweet, but sometimes once we start starting, sometimes just we only finish when it finishes, essentially. So here's the link again. Don't forget. So the training, there will be an update. I think there will be an update in the announcement, or I'll clarify that where those dates will be made available, and you'll get a structure behind that as well. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I mean, thank you every single one of you that's going, leaving a review. Remember, yes, once you follow those steps, there will be extra, I mean, even the extra workspace is 50, even the extra domains, right? 50 Magic redesign. These, I mean, I would say even these alone, like each and every single domain could be a different client, couldn't it? A different project, essentially. So just imagine that's like 50 additional clients. How much can you actually generate from that client? So, just okay. So let's have a look. Okay, so what we'll do now, let's have a quick look. So the dates in terms of the upcoming training. So today was Thursday. Obviously, it's Thursday. Well, depending when you're watching this, whether you're watching this later or not. So the next training will be next Wednesday. Okay, so there on after from next week, it will be every Wednesday at the same time of being 1 p.m. Okay, it will be midweek. Hopefully, okay, and that will be updated as well. And we'll make sure that that's clear as well. But anyone watching, just remember this: every Wednesday at 1 p.m., the same time as we are today, be a Wednesday. I think it's just a better breakdown, isn't it? Midweek. I think it's always better midweek because it's fresh. Then you have the whole weekend, and then you can actually work over the weekend if you want to take time off, and then you're fresh again. So just I'll wait for comments as long as you're going with that. Okay, so let's have a double check. So yeah, so you got next Wednesday is the 2nd of October, then we have October the 9th, and then October the 16th. Okay, all at 1 p.m. And remember, the second training will be how to get clients, how to sell clients. Okay, how to get clients to sell your sites. And then you got how to get traffic to your sites, traffic generation, how to create e-commerce sites and digital marketing, things like that. So what we're on right now is white label orientated training. So is everyone excited? Please let me know in the chat box. I always say chat bot. I don't know why. Is everybody actually? This is great. The team's put this up. Paul's upcoming training, October the 2nd. So everyone, just think about this. Every Wednesday, all right. Every Wednesday here and after, and there will be reminders. Will go out. A reminder will go out. So don't worry about that. But just think of it, every Wednesday from next week will be a session at 1 p.m. And just email reminders will go out for this, okay? So those that haven't already, please, if you can, because we are going to draw to a close imminently, if you could just follow these 3 simple steps, if you want to go unlock those 5 amazing secret features, which include hidden features of 50 extra workspaces, 50 extra custom domain names. They will be topped into your account, and Magic AI redesign, WYSIWYG design canvas, and AI voice to prompt. Very simple steps, 3 steps. Hey, just go to Capterra. You can see the link here, either here or there. And once you've done that, simply take a screenshot of your review and send it to support@ClickSitesAI. Once you've done that, from the moment you've sent the email, from the moment we've received the email, from 3 business working business days from then, 72 hours up to 72 hours, we will unlock those features and make sure they're in there, okay, unlocked for free. Nothing to buy. You won't have to ever buy those again, okay? Does that sound fair? Okay. And please just remember, anyone that's stuck, just remember, when you submit an email as a screenshot, you don't need to wait for the review to be published. So you can actually just take it as soon as you've done. So, don't just make sure, you don't say, oh, yeah, when it comes to the section here. What do we see? Yeah. So what did you like most about this ClickSite? So, maybe it could be how easy it's to use, about all the updates that we're doing, all the training that we're doing, maybe how, nice the design blocks are, the ready made sections are, the editing tools, all that great stuff. And then obviously Tyler review. So don't be too harsh when it says cons, please. Okay, so remember, if they had 10 stars, but nice 5 stars there, nice, good, right? Yeah, I wish I was getting commissions for saying that, but now, look, hopefully you can see we love to do this training. You can see the love that we have to do these sessions. That's why we're here, and we would love, to make this a long-lasting, beautiful, amazing relationship where we can always work together. But it's about showing the world, hey, we tried to do our best to go above and beyond for every single one of you. Do we always get that right? No one can get that right, but we strive. Where we are wrong, we admit it, and we try to do better. And that's what it is. We just want to work with every single one of you to actually improve what we do, so we make this an amazing experience for you and actually get you results. Because, we don't want to come from a place of, like, even me, for many of you that are watching from the other side, I've been there. I understand, and sometimes now I'll buy products that and do all of that stuff. So I understand from the other side as well. And it's daunting, especially you're trying to grow your business. You got these hurdles or these bumps, and this person's not helping. You have this support issue. The product's gone down. You're just stuck. But it's nice when you have these sessions. And you got someone that actually cares. You got people behind the product. They're standing behind it, and they're not afraid to do better. Okay. So again, the site is on the clicksites.ai/review. So just, I guess, a quick recap of today's session. Remember, maximum growth with your site, especially with your white label session today was about white labeling. And next week, you'll see from every Wednesday, second week will be advanced client training. That will be coming next week, okay? So what I'll do, if anyone's got a few questions, then we can actually conclude. So let me know. Okay, so what we'll do now, just remember this. I'll keep that on the screen anyway for those that are doing it. But remember, when you come to the dashboard, just imagine you're in the dashboard home screen. If you come down to my purchases, right, number 1. If you go to 50 white label accounts, first and foremost, we'll try to go this in order. This will be access page for all the information you need, okay, and the extra resources we provided for the white label tab, okay? That's number 1. Coming back, actually, I'll leave that open. Coming back to white label, just remember, users, okay? You'll come watch the tutorial on that page, this one, like so, and it'll walk you through the entire section. And then once you've set that up, you can just simply come add your users, and that will give them the branding. Okay, you upload your logo, etc., all that information, and then you're essentially ready to go. Okay, so just remember, when you come to purchases, 50 white label accounts, access, and when you're on this page, you'll see as you scroll down. I mean, look, here's another key thing. Okay, even in this page, you see all these pages are built by the application as well. Okay. So you can see all these pages are done using ClickSitesAI. So as you come down this, please remember, as you scroll down, watch the tutorial how to set it up so you get the best start possible. And then obviously you have the website, which we've gone through today. You can watch the replay or the recording of today's session. You'll also have important components of the sales video, okay, the VSL. So you can download that. There's no reason for you then to put your own logo at the start. If you want to edit that in post-production, if you want to add your own logo, or maybe you want to put an ending, a call to action, anything you want, you can do. Don't forget, you also have a link that will directly take you to the resources tab. So you'll see all of these amazing things here. So just imagine now, all of this great stuff you'll see, the documents will be available for you. And with this one, yes, you do have Word document and you'll have a client PDF. So if you want, when you come to this section, you can simply come to the drop down and you'll be able to download, and it'll download all the files for you. Okay, that's available for you. You can simply go in there and copy and paste. And a recap, there's client contracts. So there's 2 client contracts there. There's over 20 client outreach email templates that you can customize, make them your own. And there's an ebook that you're more than happy. You can go in there, you can edit it, put your footer in there, URL, put a logo, put content, images, whatever you want. It's all for you. Okay. So I guess the main thing is there's everything there. So it's turnkey, isn't it? So you have all the unbranded content you need to actually be able to outreach, provide a lead magnet, some kind of warming up gift, essentially. Like is essentially a tool, isn't it, to close a sale. And please, use these. Even with the ebook, there's nothing stopping you from actually creating your own ebooks. Use the app, ClickSitesAI, generate more as possible if you want. That's completely up to you. Next, you got the tutorial how to actually then, the builder for it. It's unbranded. Remember, this is going to be unbranded, so you can actually download the tutorial yourself. And just these 45-minute tutorial. And there's actually, in each segment, you'll see there is a timeline. And what I mean timeline, step 1, step 2, as you would expect, just to walk through the end user on what they should expect. And then these are great things just to answer any kind of questions, because if you have any questions and you're thinking, do I contact support? Typically, just come down here and you'll see a lot of these questions will be answered already that you may already have. Okay. So those are some of the key things. And then alongside that, what else was there? Yes, if we come back now to this main page. So this page, the link will be on there, clicksites.ai/review. So in this one right now, you'll see there will be 5 hidden features that you can unlock by simply following these 3 steps. So step 1, post a review. Okay, like so. And then when you do that review, don't worry about about getting it published and all that. It takes time. Sometimes it might take a certain amount of time to get published. Just take an image once you've submitted it anyway. And then contact support at ClickSitesAI, ClickSites.ai with a screenshot of the review. And then once you've done that, from the moment the email is received, 3 days from then those features will be unlocked for free. Okay. So remember, there's nothing to buy. You're not going to be asked. You're not going to be sent an invoice or anything like that. It will be ready to go. So let me know. Does that sound fair? Has everybody understood? Is that clear that how to access the white label resource? Number 1, in my purchases. And number 2, in order to unlock those 5 features, that you just need to follow those 3 very, very tiny, simple steps. And we would love every single one of you to actually unlock everything for free. So, is it fair? Is it a fair request? If you're enjoying this content, if you're enjoying the training, the sessions, we're doing all these amazing bonuses, then we would love for you to just to shine the light also on ClickSitesAI and let the world know how amazing it is, and the team and everybody behind Paul and said everything that we put together to make sure this is an amazing experience at the end of the day. Because nowadays, sometimes when companies aren't doing well, including me, sometimes we're very quick to give negative criticism, but when a company does well, sometimes we don't give positive criticism. So I guess this is one of those scenarios where we're kind of saying, hey, we would love for every single one of you that's watching right now to give positive feedback. We would love it, just to kind of shine the light, because everything we put together, all the time, the investment, the energy and working with you, we would love just to get that kind of feedback and just say, hey, yeah, we're on the right track. So, okay, so once you take the review, once you've submitted the review, for those that are asking, just take an image of it once you submitted it, and then just you can send that. Okay. So so from 3 days after you receive your email, it will be unlocked in your account. So when you come to your account and you go to dashboard, for example, here you can see where it says 500, it will be like 550. Does that make sense? And then once that's updated, then yes, the domains will be updated as well. Okay. So, okay. So, and also just to confirm, yes, I guess it's important. The team will respond to you when you've submitted it and it's been unlocked for you. They will inform you that the features have been unlocked, so you don't need to check. Yeah, you can check, but sometimes it's nice just to get that kind of update, that level of communication. So, thank you very, very much. So yes, in terms of the screenshot, thank you page and email it to unlock the feature. So yes, either one. So thank you, review submitted. See you on the next training. Thank you very much, David. Doing the review right now, working on it. Thank you for your time. Thank you. Great. Thank you so much. Perfectly clear. Great. Sounds good. Sent, noted. It's all good. Yes. Mercy. Don't worry about spelling or grammar or anything. Just it's fine. Okay, review sent. So thank you very much, every single one of you that haven't. Just make sure you go to the link clickSitesAI/review. The team will also post it again in the chat box. I hope, and then you can easily access it also from there. Alternatively, if you just simply go on to, it's on the screen anyway. But if you see on the screen there, you'll see it right now. There you go. Okay, clickSitesAI/review. And it's right there. And there you go. I'm back now. Okay, so thank you for. Okay, so apart from that, if you have any, apart from that, everyone, hopefully you've enjoyed today's session. I really do hope it. And also, please remember, I put this link on. If you haven't already, join the Facebook group. It's over 50,000 members. It's ponna.com/Facebook. Okay, that's the inner circle. It's got a thriving community of over 50,000 people. Alternatively, if you go to tutorials page, on the tutorials page in the dashboard, you'll see there's a link to the meta group, and that'll take you directly into the group itself. Okay. So remember, the link is on there. So we would appreciate every single one of you if you could kindly go over to clickSites.ai/review. You'll see a page like this. It'll show you all the hidden features, and simply follow these 3 steps. And once you've done that, just then send it over to support and you are good to go. So thank you, every single one of you. I know your time is important, so I won't take any much more time of yours whatsoever. So apart, thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed today's session as much as I have, and I look forward to seeing you next week on Wednesday. Next Wednesday, the 2nd of October at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so the same time like today, but it'll just be a Wednesday, and there on after each session will be a Wednesday where we'll discuss how you can actually get clients to sell your sites. Okay, so thank you very much for every single one of you that's gone and left a review. I really appreciate it. And again, Paul saying we appreciate everyone for attending the live session. Looking forward to having you in the upcoming training session next Wednesday. So thank you very much, everybody. Apart from that, go ahead right now. You'll see the link will be on the page, clickSites.ai/review. Alternatively, going that way, you'll see it on that side as well. So thank you again. Thank you for all the amazing comments. And apart from that, then we shall, I shall see you next week then. So thank you very much, everyone. All right, take care, everybody, and see you next Wednesday. Okay, next Wednesday. Okay, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.